Alright, fine. Well, if you say do it live, we'll do it live on twitch.tv/okamiofgames. Hello everyone, welcome to Retro Book Club. Apparently, we're doing it live. This is the first live show, heck yeah.
I can't believe it took us 4 years for us to do one live finally.
I know, crazy, right?
Yeah, it's like those live podcast episodes where, like, you know, they record them live in front of a studio audience.
Yep. Retro Book Club is recorded in a live studio audience.
Before this episode, I was just a hologram.
You've ascended!
You were just a recording.
And finally, now I'm a real boy.
Oh my god, I thought it felt a little flat.
Okay. Alright. Well, first live show. I hope everyone's doing okay. Don't worry, I'm internally suffering, but we'll see how long it lasts, right? Alright. Anyways, of course, it's your usual host, Okami of Games, and June on Radio.
Hello. I'm here for some fun.
I'm here for the exact opposite. I'm here for suffering.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope to give you plenty of suffering.
Gee, thanks. glad to say I have a partner who cares. Well, we have 3 other people that may or may not care. First of all, we have Polk Kitsune. Welcome back.
We're all mad here and a little high on 3 pounds of maple sugar.
Is Polk okay?
I'll get back to you. I may have to reboot the Polk again.
Okay, please do that. While he's doing that, welcome back, Terrorvan.
I was a Smurf. I would be incompetent Smurf.
Okay, apparently I have to reboot the Terrorvan. Okay, cool. That's 2. That's 2 for 2, baby. Let's go for 3. We're introducing a new person today. Welcome, Schrammbles. Welcome to the roster.
Hello, I'm here to disappoint. That is my motto, and I've already done so.
I'm sorry to break this to you, but I am the person that disappoints. You're going to have stiff competition.
Let me reboot the Schrammbles to switch the disappoint switch to a point.
Or reappoint.
What's the point?
Damn,
I ask that all the time.
You have no right to ask that. You have no right to ask that. You shut. Alright. Well, anyways, we have all our people, at least for now. And we have all our games, so hey, Nick, bud, what's our order today?
I'm gonna disappoint you first.
How dare you? Wait, don't tell me I'm first.
No, I'm gonna disappoint you first. It's me! I'm getting that it's me, Toon! Get with the program! Oh, wait, you're second.
Oh.
You can disappoint after me.
Wow, frick you!
And then Polk can disappoint us. And then Schrammbles can disappoint us. And then lastly, Terrorvan can maybe salvage the shit show we have gone through after the first 4 games.
I'm about to disappoint!
Oh, that's concerning.
It's me doing organized sports all over again. Just a wave of disappointment.
Alright.
Followed by a disappointing end. Alright, you're the first one up. What's our game today?
Let's get rolling with, I have something that's a bit more on the known side this time, but it's still...
On the knowns?
It's still conveniently one that hasn't been given out yet. We've had a few games with this particular IP, and I looked a little bit further into this mainly because thanks to Polk, and I think it'll be a fun one to do for like half an hour here. So for today, I have brought for you The Adventures of Batman and Robin for Sega Genesis.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
There is flashing in this game, so be warned of that.
Wait, there's flashing?
There is flashing.
Wait, hold on, I gotta pause it real quick because, of course, the usual thing is that it will always start up loud as hell. Where are you? There you are. Let's put you down to
Alright.
15. Yeah, 15 sounds about right.
Good stuff.
Right?
Make sure my controls are good.
Oh
Wait, hang on, I
my.
need to see that again.
This is also, like, from what I'm aware of this game, this is like a technically impressive feat on the Sega Genesis. Like, a lot of the aesthetic looks really nice. I am excited to see how the how this game ends up panning out for us. I believe in the options setting you can set how many continues you start with, but by default it should set you to the maximum, which is like 6, so that should, in theory, be enough to last a full 30 minutes.
Ah, yes, but the difference between theory and reality is that in theory there's no difference.
I'm going to set music test to 5 and sound test to 51.
Oh yeah, get that cheat code in. I don't even know if that's a cheat code. Or a method for inputting cheat codes in this game, rather.
You know, it's RNG manipulation.
Yeah.
Every game has RNG, so you got to manipulate it somehow.
That's crazy, dude.
That's
Are you a
crazy
speedrunner of this
talk.
game?
I've never speedrun a game in my life.
Oh, wow.
Oh, same.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, that's loud.
I'm also filled with lies.
Well, I can already tell that you're going to be a welcome member to the crew.
No, so already gonna name drop. So Alpha 5 ran a thing called Speed Seasons, and those games there are the only games I've learned how to speedrun.
Okay, and any real winners in that?
So we played Mario 2, not the Lost Levels, but the Doki Doki Panic one.
Yeah.
Which worst game? Never speedrun that game. Learned how to speedrun Doom. Katamari, Damacy, Sky Blazer, Crash Team Racing, Link's Awakening, and then my personal favorite, Pilot Wings.
There's some real winners in there. Link's Awakening does sound like an alpha pick, knowing what I do about Alpha
Very much.
5.
Yeah, Link's Awakening, broken video game. Absolutely broken.
Correct. Anyway, we can talk about that a bit more. I am ready to go when everybody else is.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yep.
Let's see how long it lasts.
Okay then,
Do.
starting then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Adventures of Batman and Robin.
And quick good news, but no drop frame so far.
Alright, that's good. Oh,
I'm gonna play as Boy Wonder.
I might have to change a few.
Okay, I like that screen.
I might actually have to change a few settings really quick because I messed something up on my side because I was testing things.
What? Why does this feel like Contra, but just with Batman flavors
See if that fixes it.
in a health bar?
Has that that sort of
Where's the
feeling?
skull?
The particular
Oh,
thing that I remember from this game was the music is done by one of my favorite Genesis composers who also did the music for such wonderful Genesis classics such as Subterranean Red Zone, which is Jesper Kyd, who would go on to work on the soundtrack for the Hitman games. And-
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
humble beginnings.
Top
yeah,
on
this-
humble beginnings indeed.
This is a pseudo beat 'em up, pseudo run and gun.
Yeah, there's the flashing, all right.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a flash indeed. Lord.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh boy.
Ooh, look at that kick.
I think it operates on the collect more of this color power-up to power it up even further sort of rules. So, like, if you keep picking up a bunch of red power-ups in a row, you'll start upgrading that tree, basically. This is also one of the technical feats I was talking about where it looks really nice, is, like, the way the fire moves around in the background here. Looks really nice.
Animation. Price
Okay,
also
this
real bright,
flash is a
powerful.
little
Well,
much.
actually,
Oh my lord.
Yeah, the flashing when the fire comes in, that's, like, the worst the flashing gets for a while, from what I remember.
just looking at the way the background moves too, it's a little bit of a scrolling effect.
I'm gonna die.
Oh yeah,
no.
you will die a lot in this game. If you just lose a life, you'll just pick up where you left off from. If you game over, you gotta restart the section of the level you're in, but... You're gamers, you can figure this stuff out. I say as I die.
I'm not a gamer, what do you mean? That's a lie, I'm not a gamer.
Oh, a lot of the power-ups as well, if it's a color...
Image where?
For a lot of the power-ups, if it's color power-up that you don't want, if you wait, it'll start changing colors, so you can get the color that you do want.
Ooh.
smart bomb ready. Unfortunately, sometimes
I
it
don't
can.
know what the different colors are.
There's blue,
yes,
red, and
Batman
green.
Oh.
Yes, Batman known to not to use guns, but bombs are quite okay.
Yeah.
Those aren't guns.
I also, like, the combat plays a bit like, I guess the closest comparison is probably something like Valis or STNX, because I think they do similar things, where if you don't fire your weapon for a while, it'll charge up so it can be a more powerful shot.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, that's a good game, yeah, thanks.
Okay, that's a power-up, and I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die too.
Oh, come back, Tiny Hearts! No! Why did you leave me?
Go.
I
That's
needed to heal.
Chase love.
You know what would be nice? Fucking healing. I'm dead.
There is
I'm dead.
There are hearts. If you find
yeah.
if you find hearts, those are healing.
Oh, cool. The healing was right after I freaking died.
Yep,
Cool.
yep, the classics. Get the healing right after it stops being necessary.
This is
Oh god, I'm
hell.
at 99 of... Oh no! What the hell is that?
Lost time.
This is
Oh no! Oh, ah! Oh, he!
Ah!
He! Ah!
Boss time. Oh god. Oh, what the hell. Oh, what the hell.
Yeah.
Can you fight the
look flying
boss?
Around, I see.
Dang, dead.
Oh, shit.
Do I respawn at boss?
Oh, Lord.
I don't think you do.
Dang, bad game.
I don't think this isn't even the proper stage, but I think it's just a mid-boss. Because there's only 4 stages in this game, but the stages are really long.
Damn!
I mean, I was at the actual boss, I'm
Damn,
pretty
Mr.
sure.
Freeze
It
was
was
disappointed in me dying as I am.
like a treadmill thing.
Wait.
I believe that's more of a mini
Hold the
boss.
phone. Do I start back at the beginning of the stage?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is only the first part of stage 1.
Oh my lord.
I know. I remember playing this before. I think that boss is the first I ever got.
It's a rough one, that's for sure. You definitely can't just, like, brute force it. You really need to start learning the pattern of it.
Suck.
I think I'm
Hey.
starting to do a little bit better now.
Alright. Oh, hi, Mr. Freeze.
Yep, you found the continue screen, which, I mean, if you're on stage 1, it's one of those cases where it's like you might just want to consider resetting at that point, since you've already used the
Man,
continue.
leveled up 30 minutes.
This is true.
Okay, the flashing is starting to get a bit much. So I might reset and check out the Batman route.
I think it's the same stages no matter which character you pick. It's just
Oh really?
it's just a question of like which character you play, because it's a game that you could play 2 player as well.
Oh, true.
Me.
There we go.
I'm also reminded that this Nintendo version with the same name is also more of a beat 'em up than a shooter.
Yeah, this one.
Very different style.
This is definitely a game that, if you were to look at it for like 5 seconds, it definitely like resembles a beat 'em up. But then when you start playing it, you start to realize, no, this is more of a shooter than a beat 'em up with the batarangs.
Yeah, a shooter without a gun. Who knew?
Yeah. Batarangs are bullets. Makes sense to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sure.
basically.
Gotham and gunless. Who knew?
So that now in the second part of stage 1, after you beat that boss. Unfortunately, I think this is a continue checkpoint. Extra life, I'll take that. Gladly.
Oh, this flashing is hurting my eyes.
Yeah, that's one of the big negatives I have for this game, is it's a little more excessive on the flashing than it needs to be for
Yeah.
especially for this point,
Yeah.
like for this era. Like this is past the Atari era where flashing was commonplace. So I don't think you needed flashing to get your point across with this game.
It's like
Considering the motion of the double jump,
Yeah, I hope you don't mind.
the game is a bit of a double jump. What does it make me think of Gunstar Heroes?
I can see the comparison to Gunstar Heroes. It does kind of have that, like, it's not a game that's made by Treasure, but it does kind of have some feelings of a game that Treasure would make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and listen to this music because this is pretty good music. But I think I'm done playing for now.
I think since there's a sound test in the options menu, if you want to just reset and go back to the title screen, you can just listen to the whole soundtrack there.
Good point. Actually, I do want to do one more thing as well.
Oh, I can just hold the button.
Yep.
Adventures of Batman and Robin,
Yeah.
right?
You're gonna look up the scores for this game.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
You might get
Everybody's
different
favorite
answers.
video game. Yes, that score.
You might get different answers depending on which version of the game you're looking at as well, because this was ported to a few other things. So, like we were talking about, we were talking
Yeah,
about the
that
Super
was the
Nintendo
main-
version earlier, which is a completely different game, pretty much.
I'm aware, no worries, but it does separate between consoles, so we should be good.
All right.
All right, so should we explain to Schrammbles about this, or should I just go ahead and read off the scores?
I mean, go ahead and read it off. Schrammbles is gonna figure things out on the fly. Schrammbles has already agreed to that.
Fair enough. Okay.
Indeed.
So do we want to do the guessing, or should I just tell you the scores here out?
We can do the guessing. Just go full ham with it.
All right. Okay. Let me just go ahead and put on some music first. Frick! I didn't want to start. I wanted to listen to some music. All right. So, publication is all game for the Sega Genesis. We are going off a 5-star system.
Damn.
That's my favorite star.
It's my favorite star indeed. All right. Polk, do you want to go first with the guessing?
All right. Yeah, certainly. All right. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say 8 out of 10.
It's up. Well, I mean that would come out to 4 out of 5. It's on the 5-star rating.
Oh,
It's
then
a
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I would agree with 4 out of 5. Like, I feel like the thing you might stop this game on from that era would be like possibly difficulty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Schrammbles.
You know, I'm gonna go 5 out of 5 because game reviewers were dumb back in the day.
All right.
Yeah.
And Terravan?
Not wrong.
No, I'm gonna say. I want to say 4, but I'm feeling 3.5.
Hey guys, it's 2.5
Really?
Okay.
What?
For the Genesis version?
for the Sega Genesis version. Yes.
Interesting.
Ha!
Indeed. Not what you expected.
That's I'm coming.
Well, you're right, Schrammbles. They are dumb.
Yeah, go big or go home. That's what I always say.
Go big or go home. Well, they surely went home then.
I mean,
Fair
it's
enough.
not like because like modern day reviewers just like never review anything below a 7.
This is true.
True.
Yeah, not wrong.
True. All right.
Too afraid to upset a swarm of angry gamers.
All
Yeah.
right. Next.
They didn't have Twitters back then. They didn't know.
This one's based off of 40
Out of 40?
out of 40.
Hmm.
So, Paul,
All right.
you want to go ahead and guess?
All right, let's try a little lower and let's go 30.
30.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm,
okay.
I'm going to say 32.
30. Wait, 30 or 32 like the number?
Yes.
32 as in 2 above Polk.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right.
Schrammbles?
I'm gonna go 7 times 4.
7 times 4.
Do the math quickly, Toon. We're on a schedule here.
That's 28. Okay.
Congratulations.
And Terravan?
Uh,
Fuck you.
29.
29? Wow, that was actually pretty close. 27.5 out of 40.
Oh.
Dang.
And I'm just gonna give you this as well. The CD. I think this is supposed to be Sega CD.
Probably Sega CD. I think it released on that as well.
Yeah.
Got a 26 out of 40.
I don't know what the deal is with the Sega CD version of this game. If it's the same game but with improved graphics, or if it's a completely different game, because both are plausible with the Sega CD.
Okay. I'm
You
just
never
taking
know.
a look at this right now. Okay. So this one's interesting because the publication is Game Players, but there's 2 different reviews.
Mm-hmm.
2 different
Correct.
reviews. We're gonna go with Vinny Michel, maybe. I'm very sorry, but it's a weird last name as far as I know. As if all the last names aren't weird. But yeah, Vinny posted on April 1995. It's based off a percentage, so out of 100. Polk?
All right, let's go 70.
70. Okay.
Yeah, given the track record that some of the previous ones, I'd say 70 is a pretty good estimate. But for sake of guessing something different, I'm gonna go a bit lower and say 64.
64. Schrammbles?
Let's go 81.
81. Tara?
69. Nice.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, apparently Vinny hated this game because he got a 43%.
Wow.
Damn, Vinny.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. Patrick Bagata, this is under Game Players as well. It's based off of a percentage. I can just tell you guys right now if you want, because this is a different percentage. It's the same publication, but if you want to guess, feel free. Otherwise, I'll just say it.
Jesus Christ, this boss was so long.
Yeah. Fun story for when I first played this game and was messing around with it as a possible game for this. The boss health I mistook for a timer my first time. I thought the number at the top middle when you're fighting a boss is how long you have to beat the boss before it dies of boredom. No, that's just the boss's health. But it looks more like a timer to me.
That's the boss's health? Really?
Yeah, it looks more like a timer to me. It's kind of...
Sure does.
Because I would
It really
expect,
does look like a timer.
I would expect the boss's health would have a similar health bar to what my own health looks like just for the boss. So I definitely made that mistake when I was playing this.
Yeah.
Well, especially because every hit only takes one thing off.
Yeah, it goes.
So
it goes down
feels like
slow
you're
enough
just
that if
counting
you're
down.
yeah, it goes down slow enough that if you're paying attention to it, it looks like it's a timer ticking down seconds.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much how fast you shoot anyways.
Some bosses have a little less health, so you see it tick down a lot faster, and it also depends on your weapon that you have. So.
Okay. So, just for reference, Patrick Bagata, he rated 66%.
Okay.
This one is really weird. Publication is Game Fan, and I think this is the first time I've ever seen this this kind of scoring system. It's out of 300.
Okay, that's
What?
sure.
Oh, bowling score. Okay, cool.
All right, Polk, what'd they bowl? What do you think they bowled?
Out of 300, Jeebus. 149.
149. Okay.
Yeah.
They bowled 8 strikes and then got gutters the rest of the game.
Yeah, fair enough. Tommy?
That's what my score is. They bowled 8 strikes and then got gutters the rest of the game.
Good luck figuring that out if you don't know how to score bowling. Okami, do you know how to score bowling?
I would have to do the math in my head, but I at least know how to score bowling, yes. So I'm just gonna leave it to Toon. Toon's a smart cat.
210. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Schrammbles?
I'm gonna go if you got 9 spares the entire time.
9 spares the entire time, huh? Okay.
That's pretty easy to get.
Jeebus.
That's 199.
9 spares in a row. You sure?
Because in the 10th frame you get 3 shots, and so the last frame only counts as 9 more additional shots. Fun fact, the only sport I am good at is bowling, so...
Fair enough. Okay, so 181. Terror?
190. 199.
Oh, I got 181.
Well, 10, so you would get 19 every frame. It'd actually be 190, my mistake.
And I can't wait for the new Batman bowling game.
Okay, Terror?
Bad Bowl.
Exactly 200.
Exactly 200? Okay. Game Fan thought it was worth 238 out of 300.
Okay.
So, they didn't bowl too bad. All right.
I'll take that. Probably got a turkey in there somewhere.
Probably. All right, Game Pro. This one's out of 20. Polk?
Let's go with Let's go low on this one here. Let's go 7.
Hi, Hippo.
Listen.
7? Okay.
How you enjoying this Batman game? Person who is known for Batman-related things. Oh, shit.
I may hate myself. I don't hate myself this much, though. All right, so 7.
So 7 for both out of 20, right? Yeah. I'm gonna say 11.
11. All right, Schrammbles.
How much is this out of? Sorry, I wasn't paying
20.
attention.
20.
20.
I'll go with 13.
13. Okay. Terror.
It does even 12.
Even 12. Schrammbles got it exact. It was 13 out of 20.
Oh. Good guess, Schrammbles.
And for the bonus, the Sega CD version got the 9 out of 20.
Alright, so Sega CD version, I guess, is a little bit worse than this version, by the sounds of it.
Seems like
Or,
so
or
far.
it could be the same game, just not the high quality in CD.
Oh, what's the hate about this game, Hippo?
Well, my eyes certainly hate it. My ears love it, though. My ears love it. All right, Joypad, out of a percentage of 100. Polk, your game.
Kind of hard on that one, but let's go with 68.
68. Okay. Okami.
I'll take the nice number this time, 69.
69. All right. Schrammbles.
70.
70. All right. Terror.
Oh,
Boss dead.
Nice!
Nice. Good
We've
work.
seen I was about to comment on the difficulty of this game, how we played this game for about 20 minutes now, and I think I was the only one who was, like, somewhat familiar with this game going into it, so let's not count me for the sake of it, but everybody else who was trying to...
20 minutes.
Everybody else who was trying to figure out the game on the fly, 20 minutes to beat the first boss. So let that, let that say something for the
very
difficulty.
happy with that. And I beat the boss with 0 lives and 2 health.
Nice.
0 lives and 2 health. Oh, Lord. All right.
And that is a continued checkpoint, too, so...
Terror,
Hooray.
did you have a score?
A 68.
668. All right. Joypad thought this was worth 85%.
Okay. Something with taste.
It's very divisive.
It seems to be.
I think these negative reviews are bad, in my opinion.
I'll be
This is a
back.
decent game. It's just difficult.
Yeah, it's not that
It's
bad.
a decent game. It's difficult, and the
it's-
flashing is a bit much.
Yeah,
the
the
flashing is a problem.
I'm also assessing it from the perspective of, like, in this era,
Wow.
people reviewing the game probably did not care about flashing as much oftentimes as compared to nowadays.
Yeah.
But, like, putting aside the flashing, like, the main thing about it is it's hard, but that's also something that's not too uncommon for this era. Like,
It's kind of par for the course.
Like, I still say the
Yeah.
soundtrack slaps, and the aesthetic of the game is really good.
All right. I'll probably do 1 or 2 more scores before I start reading off just the rest of the scores for the Genesis version. Unless you guys want to continue it. M exclamation point games. So M games. Same thing, it's a percentage. So Polk,
Alright, percent has 72.
72. All right, Okami,
I'll go 10 higher than that. I'll say 82.
82. All right, Schrammbles,
I'll go 61.
61. All right, Terror. Terrorban.
Lost Terror
Terror.
Van.
I'm gonna have to step away.
You're fine. M games, percentage.
But
I don't
whatever
know.
the number was, just whatever, one above whatever Okami said.
83 then.
One with 80.
84, yeah, everybody loves that Batman.
Well, 83 is your guess. My guess was 82. So
Oh.
one above is 83.
68%.
The one time I did.
To stop that for a second, I'd like to bring attention for a quick second to the stage that I'm currently on. So if you like horizontal shmups, well, I have the stage for you.
Great.
Yeah, this is one of those multi-genre sort of games, like Battletoads.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Oh, great.
Because everybody likes a good Battletoads.
Alright. Mean Machines
Please don't play
Dragon
Green Winger.
out of 100. Bulk.
That doesn't sound like a real publication.
Nah, 89.
89?
Oy. Yeah, sure.
89. Okay. Okay.
I'll go with 84.
84. Okay. Schrammbles?
I'm gonna go 92.
92. Alright. Tara?
Oh, yo, this song also slaps.
57.
57. 87 out of 100.
Okay.
Oh, I love it too.
Hey.
I think that we were due for this.
Alright. Alright. Last one we'll do a guess on, and then I'll just tell you the rest of the scores. Mega Fun. This is based off a percentage. So, out of 100.
Alright, Polk.
Alright, got 100. Let's go. 65.
I'll go 66. One up you there. Take that, Polk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go on,
What
man.
is it? That's right.
67.
Scrambles?
67.
Oh,
66.
shit.
Jesus,
I've
guys.
been got.
Jesus, guys. Alright.
That's right.
$1, Bob.
$1? Okay, so 1 out of 100. Got it. Alright. Polk. I was kind of worried that you cheated because that was exact. That was 65%.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not like we could have won.
I mean, we could have doubled up on the guess. But still, it was a 1 in 100 guess. It was
Not
it was,
in this house.
But it was still like a 1 in 100 guess. But then again, we're also talking about game reviewers, so it's more like a 1 in 30 guess.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
But this game was pretty damn decisive. Or indecisive.
Divisive.
Yeah.
Indecisive. It doesn't know whether it wants to be a video game or not.
I struggle with that revelation all the time as
That's
well.
optional.
Maybe I want to be a video game, but maybe I don't. I don't know.
Oh, Paul Kippo's giving you shit in the chat. Typical comedian
What?
cheating on the review guessing.
Wow. Wow.
Do you know how I feel about that, Sierra Hippo?
Alright. I'll go ahead and read off the rest for you. Next Generation, this was based off a 5-star system. One publication said 1 star. And they gave the CD version 2 stars.
Wow.
Dang.
Super Game Power had a publication out of 5. They gave it a 3.5.
By the way, since Hippo is in chat, I want to tell a quick story of how I came across a copy of this game, because when I was at Portland Retro Gaming Expo last year, I saw a copy complete of this game, and Hippo was with me, and I'm like, I have to pick this up because Hippo is here. And now that memory's probably coming flooding back to you, Hippo, now that I say that.
I think you just gave Hippo PTSD.
I made many terrible decisions around Hippo during PRGE.
This doesn't. This sounds about right.
Oh, the Sega CD version is just a driving game.
Is that? I knew that I think Batman Returns for Sega CD was a driving game. I didn't realize Batman Robin was as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah,
Not to have a
completely
Batmobile after all.
Alright.
If there's one thing I've learned from playing the latest Arkham Knight is the Batmobile is the latest Robin.
Okay.
Forget Batman, forget Dick Grayson. The Batmobile is the other Batman. Is the other sidekick.
Did I find you first an Alpine or Hippo? Because that's also believable. There was a for Kuso veterans. There was a station set up with a TI-99 at PRG that had Alpiner playing on it.
Ooh.
And of course, we memed the fuck out of it.
Because of course.
Anyway, we've got like 3 minutes left through all of this.
I'm just gonna go ahead and finish.
You gotta be up, Harley.
Oh right, that was where I found you when you were playing California Raisins for NES, the unreleased NES game.
Almost had a game.
Suddenly we don't know where that came from.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Stop that this instant.
Oh, you know it's gonna be on here next week now, too.
All right. Video Games DE gave this an 85%, and Sega Magazine gave this an 82 out of 100. That's it. That's all the reviews for Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Neat.
You want to look up a few really quick? You want to read off a few really quick? Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to read off a few really quick for Super Nintendo for the lulz and see how that compares.
Super Nintendo?
You know,
Right.
this was the era when Sega and Nintendo were at each other's throats. So seeing how the Genesis version compares to the Super Nintendo version, I think it would be interesting.
All right, sure.
See if we have an enlightened situation here.
We'll see. All right, all game out of 5 stars, they gave this 4.5. Computer and Video Games gave this a 91 out of 100. Game Players gave this an 80%. Game Fan gave it a 285 out of 300. GamePro gave it a 17.5 out of 20. JukesVideo.com gave it a 17 out of 20.
Sounds like the Super Nintendo version in general has been a lot less divisive. People are more commonly saying, yeah, the Super Nintendo version is good, while the Genesis version is a lot more divisive.
Yeah, it's Megafun gave this a 73%.
For what it's worth, I think from what I remember, it's a different style, like a somewhat different style for the Super Nintendo version. So it's kind of a matter of preference. From what I feel, like it has more of that cartoony sort of look for the Super Nintendo version, which probably fits Batman and Robin a bit better.
Yeah.
Considering it is a basic TV show here, the graphics probably meant a lot to those who played it.
Is this stage 3?
I'm gonna go ahead and list these off now because I'm at.
No, this is boss fight.
Yeah,
This looks like boss.
you're still in stage 1.
This is stage 1 technically?
Yes, this is like 1-3.
Oh my god.
I have not
read these off real quick.
So I've been making forward progress throughout this full 30 minutes. Like I haven't had a game over yet, so I haven't had to go backwards yet. I'm in stage 2.
Hey, guess what, guys?
What?
You're free.
What?
Yep.
You're free.
Yay!
We hit 30 minutes. You can stop
Yeah,
playing.
30 minutes.
Harley Quinn can just sit in that chair and laugh. I still need to watch season 4.
All right. Well, that's one game down. Next up is gonna be my game.
Yeah, but we'll see you in a bit.
My game.
We'll see you in a minute
See you
for
soon.
Toon's disappointment. To follow up my disappointment.
Yeah, I will admit I probably have a pretty disappointing game. It's probably going to be pretty what's the word?
Bad.
We've already said disappointing.
Not bad.
Are you trying to set the bar higher or lower, Toon?
Lower.
Okay. Just
It's
making
not
sure
bad.
that's established.
Yeah, no. I understand that. It's probably going to be underwhelming is what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to go ahead and read these off for people. Mega Fun, 73%. Next Generation, 3 stars. Nintendo Power, 14.3 out of 20. Official Nintendo Magazine, 92 out of 100. Total, 89 out of 100. And Video Games DE, 69%. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Balls 3D boss.
Joker's gotta have a ball, you know.
Let me know when I should switch games.
It's usually
We'll
when
let
the
you know
game.
when.
It's usually when the game is revealed.
Okay.
Then that's usually your cue to switch games. Speaking of which, we should
Speaking
probably
of-
start getting on that. So, let's talk about our second game for today from Toon.
So this brings back a bit of memories because you remember those old plug and plays?
Oh yeah, this game I remember having on at least a plug and play.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will say though, I remember having fond memories of it. I didn't know it came out on this system though.
I'm
I
not
hope you guys are
surprised it
ready. Alright. But yeah, anyways, I hope you're ready for a Namco classic. We're playing Dig Dug for Game Boy Color. The music's probably gonna.
Ha!
Yeah.
Oh.
It might be one of
Wait,
those.
Game Boy Color?
It might be. Yeah, it's original Game Boy actually.
Oh, original Game Boy. Okay.
But it's one of those games that, like, I could see them trying to do something at least a little bit unique with that. Plus, for what it's worth, at least over here, we never did get the NES port of Dig Dug, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was one of those that was like Famicom only. Similar deal with Tower Draga.
Oh.
We did, however, get Dig Dug 2 over here for NES. Which
Yeah, that's
is
the weird
sequel?
platformy one, right?
That's the
Not,
one.
not like a platformer, but like there's raised platforms on islands.
Yeah, where like you have to, where you still have your same method of attacking, but you can also
that's right.
kill enemies by
I
breaking.
forgot.
Where you can kill enemies by breaking off chunks of an island.
I forgot that was a thing.
You see it once in a while, Arcade Pit.
Yeah, I know I've seen Dig Dug 2, my fair share on Arcade Pit, and Dig Dug 2 is an interesting beast to learn how to play. I remember also watching it on Game Center CX because they did an episode on Dig Dug 2 for NES. Oh god, me trying to crop things, and then the game gets moved while I'm in the middle of trying to crop it.
I think that.
Come back here. Alright.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, this is like a little before like the reinvention of some of those like arcade classics into like new styles of games. Like there's the Frogger platformer game.
Yeah, I mean,
there's the GBA Galaga game.
never forget the PS1 port of Frogger. I know Polk won't.
Oh, Frogger, he's
Yeah.
When I was booting this game to make sure it worked and all that fun stuff, I did see that there was, actually if you press start, you have Dig Dug and New Dig Dug.
What?
Oh, I haven't pressed start yet. Oh,
it's me.
are we playing Dig Dug or New Dig Dug?
That's entirely up to you, which one you want to do.
I'm gonna try new.
Because why not?
I'm curious now.
I've gotten everything cropped, so I am ready to go when everybody else is.
Oh, well.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Ooh, new Dig Dug.
All right.
Would you like Coke
Yeah.
or New Coke?
All right,
Whoa.
starting then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dig Dug.
New Dig Dug.
Is everybody
Look at
else doing new?
keys.
If everybody else is doing new Dig Dug, I guess I'll do original Dig Dug to see if it's actually different.
You know what? I've never really played the original Dig Dug, so I'm gonna go with the original too. Might as well.
Oh, I can't use some of my same tricks that I use in Dig Dug. Well, it definitely feels slower than normal Dig Dug, which I guess is to be expected. And also, you can't see the entire screen with on
What
just
the
one screen.
hell?
Get exploded.
This feels
Get pumped.
weird. Oh, sheesh.
I don't know, that dragon's gonna get away! Come back here. Oh my god. Wow, the hitbox is really weird on some of these.
No, I have the key.
Kidding.
Let me get
Oh,
in the door.
jeez. This feels odd.
Yeah, it looks like normal Dig Dug is just... Yeah, it sure is a Dig Dug.
Fine, I'll just plunger you all.
Wait, where the hell's the other key?
And if I die, I'm guessing then that's just send me back to the start. The title screen. Yep. All right. Now that I've thoroughly established that Dig Dug is in fact Dig Dug, let's see what this new Dig Dug. Let's see what this newfangled new Dig Dug is about. Oh, it has new music. So that's something.
Well, that helps.
I was underneath the rock? Nope. Is it in the rock? No. Wait, do I have to do this? No.
Oh, sheesh!
So normally in normal Dig Dug, and it doesn't seem to be as viable here as a strategy.
I'm an idiot!
Good for you.
Sorry, go ahead,
That sounds
Okami.
like, so in normal Dig Dug, there's a strategy that you can do to try to pump enemies a bit faster, where like you're holding the direction towards them and then you just mash the button. But it doesn't seem to work nearly as well in this version.
Oh, okay. I get how this. Oh, I get how this works now.
Hippo, no,
You
if
gotta
you.
find
Oh,
the
I have
keys
to
and
go.
you gotta hit the lock.
I'm missing a key. Hippo, no, you can't redeem Norb 3D speedrun and make the whole call play Norb 3D. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that.
We've been spared.
There it goes.
I'll make sure to take care of the folks in the RBC community, as long as I can torture them later.
Uh-huh. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
What is torture?
As Zero the Third would say, have a nice trip off.
Go away, please.
We-
No.
Gonna get-
secretly
Stay away from
becoming master.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have every single enemy on my tail. So it looks like the new Dig Dug is also like more or less an endless mode, just with just with the addition of having to get all the keys. I like this round clear screen though.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, what's the difference between the 16-ton and the rock?
The 16-ton doesn't go away,
Oh, okay.
as I have just found out
Oy.
on round 3.
Yeah, I'm on round
Yeah.
3 as well, so I'm probably about to find that out the hard way. Yarp.
Your
Gotta take the long route and not die in the process.
Yep, that is exactly what just happened to me, except the dying part. I didn't.
shit.
Alright, so that's 16. Unless I can push the 16-ton. Yeah, that would be too easy now, wouldn't it be? Let's see if I can get the rest of the enemies from here.
Yeah.
Come on, hit that damn dragon.
Go away,
Okay.
please. Shit.
I
Oh,
get
boy.
to the...
That sucks.
There is more enemies. What?
What? Why did you roll that way? That makes... Okay, you're rolling the other way.
Oh, enemies probably just keep spawning to make sure I
They
can't...
will keep.
Make sure I just can't have an easy way through. Oh god, this is way more enemies than I'm
I got
comfy with.
flattened. No, I got flattened. Rock, why do you betray me?
Rock is my mortal nemesis.
How dare you, Rock? I will remember this. I'll remember your past turns. Gosh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Flaming Rock. Alright.
Are you really sorry though?
I cannot be stopped.
Okay. Nobody can stop Mr. Domino.
There's a
Oh,
good video
ouch.
game.
Nobody can stop
This
Mr.
screen
Hippo.
hurts my eyes.
What's up?
When you get to round 5, you'll see.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
I'm on round 4, so I can't wait.
Yep, I'm into round 4 now.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm
It's
using
around you.
filter, but that is eye-saving for me.
Let's see this round 5. I can kind of see it from the other streams. But I want to
I'm
see...
gonna watch
Oh,
it.
hell yes.
Yeah, this is eye torture.
Get that real good shit.
This
Oh, man,
is
with
the
the-
exact shirt they tell you not to wear. Oh, wait.
Sheesh.
Oh, gosh. That's awful. Why? Why did I do that to myself?
Poor decisions.
Hey, Bullock, we're finding more
Yeah,
Kusa.
shit.
We're finding more Kusa Grande fodder.
Yay!
Please, no.
I mean,
Yes, I made it.
sounds like Tuesday.
Oh,
Wait,
number
Friday.
Time to see this eye
Doesn't
torture.
work.
New ending screen.
Where?
Oh,
Oh, that
jeez.
fire has a lot
Wow.
of reach. Alright.
Okay.
What I'm
We're
also
good.
worried about with this is with how elaborate the stage design is getting. If there's going to inevitably be a stage where you can soft lock yourself.
I almost thought I did that on this stage, but it is designed for you to do a lap.
Yeah. Alright, round 5 done.
Oh, dang, I lost my
Where's
lead.
the bloody door?
I didn't know we were racing this.
Alright.
I don't think
Oh,
you didn't even have the lead anyway because Terravan's on round 6.
I lost my lead against Okami, the only opponent that matters.
Oh, shit.
I see how it is.
Look, I haven't played... Well, actually, I guess Terravan and...
Oh,
Yeah.
I had to come this way. I accidentally did good.
Oh, no. I died.
Uh-oh.
This
Okay,
is
good.
Might I?
Because I've played both Polk and Okami in tournaments.
yeah, I think I fought you multiple times, in fact.
Oh, wait.
What match do we have?
Because I
Do you not remember the glory of Stage 3 of The Crow?
Oh, yep. Now the PTSD is coming back now.
yeah, now you remember.
Where the
Yeah.
reason I won was because another enemy killed an enemy for me, which caused me to have
Yeah.
more progress.
Oh, somehow. Yeah, that was dumb. You gotta agree that was bloody friggin' dumb.
Meanwhile,
yeah, totally normal Kusone.
I'm gonna get crushed. Yep. Meanwhile, Schrammbles and I have had to fight in 2 different games in Kuso because we had Speedy the Roller Skater, which was a fun game.
That was a good game.
That was too good for Kuso. That's basically just a Sonic fan game.
That was Okami vetoed 50 games, so I need to pull something.
More or less. and well,
Sounds like Okami.
Well, to the contrast, we then had Bubble Dizzy.
Which was very boring.
Yeah, that was this match happened, this was an hour, almost an hour to an hour of the same run.
Yeah, I lost because I was experimenting in the first 5 minutes and I game overed.
Ooh.
Never experiment.
Well, Okami kept on going.
Yeah, and also...
Okami's experiments were more successful.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's just sometimes how Kusa Grande goes. The experiments that you pull happen to be better than the experiments somebody else you're fighting pulls.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just how it goes.
My favorite one is still when I had to fight Starman in a game, and I lost that match because Starman had the thought of, what if these enemies have weaknesses to these weapons while not showing that they have weaknesses to these weapons, which was entirely correct.
Yeah, I had to believe that. Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to know that there's a continue system.
Yeah, I might need to use it soon as well, because, I can't really fight enemies too fast, and the fact that they keep respawning does make it hard to get around them.
Well, they respawn in the same spot every time, and so if you kill 2 enemies in succession, you honestly just cannot kill the other one.
Shit. Time to Indiana Jones this bitch. Although I think I'm gonna die. I'm probably gonna die. Oh
Yeah,
no.
Please don't die. It's expensive.
I'm dead.
Yeah, my method for getting around a few of these guys was to try to juggle them a little bit, pump some air into them, and then walk past them.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Shit.
Oh shit. Alright, take care, Hippo. Have fun with that SMZ3 seed that will absolutely not be butts. I've seen you run seeds before.
Oh yeah, we know what happens.
Okay, you come on.
If the game is, if the game is unlimited continues, I could see this being used for like a mystery tournament match.
Yeah, I could see it as that. I would see people complaining about it at the end, because everyone in the mystery community basically hates any game that they're given if it's not a perfect game.
Yeah.
This game got me eliminated. Bad game.
Yeah.
Bad game.
Okay, Maurice.
You got Celeste. Bad game.
Okay, Maurice. I say that, but having had to fight Maurice in Mystery Turn before, and we ended up with Pumpkin Dog Extreme. Yeah, that's not a great game. That's a pretty smelly game.
I took them all with me, that's all that matters.
Oh shit, the ball keeps rolling. Okay, that makes sense when I say that out loud, but that's not something I was prepared for.
Well, that's what killed me on the previous round.
Oh, this is such butts.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it's the enemy spawns are just malicious.
Okay, I think I have a method to juke around them, but I need to move fast. Okay.
Where was the hitbox?
Remember, you can
a suggestion.
I'm screwed. I am
Remember,
so
you don't have to
screwed.
kill them. You can just fill them with one pump of air and go through them.
What also bothers me is that they don't become solid enemies when they hit, like... Oh shit, I missed a key. They don't become solid enemies when they hit another point where they don't have to, like, dig through the dirt. So you don't have, like, that kind of, almost like a buffer time. Oh.
I feel like their ghost hitbox is way bigger when attacking you and smaller when you try to pump them with air.
Yeah, at least once I don't accept that I died. That's enormous.
Dumb. I died.
I have 3 enemies that are basically stacked on top of each other, so this is not gonna end well.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, but I did get one of them. Oh, but the other one's a dragon, and that's going to be bad news bears for me.
I thought I could squeeze
Oh,
past him.
God.
So, what do you think about the game, guys?
Hey, what am I supposed to do about that?
Well, I think it's
Interesting.
a neat spin on Dig Dug for like a game that's like how much can you really do with it, but boy does the game sure move slowly, which you know expected from a Game Boy game. But
I've seen enough of it though. If we wanna.
Right.
If I had this game as a kid, like I would have had many times spent playing this in a car ride, because
Yeah.
like this is perfect like kill time fodder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
And
sit back,
there's
leave
nothing
game
like
to go.
there's nothing really bad about it, but there's nothing great about it.
It's just kind of baseline. It's like, you know, it exists, and
yeah.
you know, it's not crap, but it's not, you know, it's nothing to write home about.
I mean credit to them
Yeah.
for not just porting Dig Dug to Game Boy, but like also trying to include a somewhat unique mode.
Yeah, it actually is
True.
pretty neat how they tried that.
Like credit where credit is due. But yeah, it is definitely that sort of game that you just bring on a car trip. It's that kind of vibe.
Oh, I got so lucky with that.
I need to drop this ball.
Ball.
Well,
Ball.
And stage 7, yeah, the last stage I was on. Stage 7 was a pain in the ass.
We'll try regular mode for a bit.
I mean, regular mode's basically Dig Dug, so if you play Dig Dug, you play regular mode Dig Dug.
Yeah.
I mean, Dig Dug is a boomer game, as told by Mystery Tournament runner Internet Dirigible. So
frick.
Fair enough. We touched on it earlier when we were revealing the game, but like I think at least a few of us had like those plug and plays with like a bunch of classic Namco games. And this was definitely one of the games
That's
that I had
so mean.
that I had on mine. But I remember enjoying Dig Dug, but I remember the main game that I got enjoyment out of that was Bosconian.
Bosconian?
Bosconian.
never heard of that
What
one.
was it about?
That is
that's the game with like the spaceship and you're going after like the round things. Or am I thinking of a different game?
yeah, that's Bosconian, where you're flying around in a spaceship and you have like these bases that have like 6 different orbs around them, and if you shoot all of them, the base explodes. But if you land a shot in the middle, it just automatically explodes. Oh, okay. So round 9 introduces invincible enemies.
Oh,
Of
jeez, you're
course.
kidding me.
Oh, great.
I tried pumping it so that way I could get it out of my way. It didn't
I gotta-
work.
What am I doing? Mystery Tournament strats, please kill me.
Yeah,
Tournament strats?
the death strats. Yeah, so Schrammbles is a regular around Mystery Funhouse, so is familiar to some of the strategies that people would oftentimes use in a mystery race to get an upper hand, such as death strats.
Yeah, so like I'm big into blind racing, which is part of like Kuso Grande's tournament, but Mystery Tournament
Yeah.
focuses on any games, as opposed to just the morally questionable ones.
Just the ones that violate the Geneva Convention.
And so just like when you blind race a game, there's definitely strategies you can put into place to like learning how to play it much faster than playing it casually. And if you see a game has unlimited continues, when you enter a level and you have no additional lives, dying immediately is sometimes a preferable strat, because then you can just do the level and make mistakes as opposed to having to one-shot the level.
Another one that's something that you'd probably do in casual play, but it's easy to write off as just something you would do as opposed to an actual strat in a mystery race, is writing passwords down. Sometimes the game is asking you to use passwords on game over, as opposed to just you have unlimited continues. You can keep going for as long as you want to. No, sometimes you have to write down those passwords.
Very important at times.
Oh, that was a bomb? Get fricked.
So, yeah, new Dig Dug honestly just feels like a sort of puzzle mode. Yeah. Frick, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good bomb.
It's normal Dig Dug. I think I'd be a lot more, like, I think I would enjoy it more if you were able to, if you could permanently take down enemies. And I think the reason that particularly would work well for something like this is because, you'd have the first few stages where you can just clear out all the enemies, but then especially later on, when they introduce, enemies that can't be killed, and you have to just avoid them, like, I think that's a good time to just have something constantly on your tail from, like, a game design standpoint. And a lot of the level design in a lot of these stages has been basically coming down to you have a lot of narrow corridors you have to work your way through, and that's been the level design in a nutshell.
Yep.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that. Anyway, I think we've gotten most of our entertainment out of what's to be gleamed over Dig Dug, so I'm gonna say we'll go to like the 20-minute mark, and then we'll move on to the next game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can get past this round. If I can, awesome.
Okay, you're on what, round 7? Round 7 was, I think, one of the...
Death Strat, let's go.
Round 7, I believe, was one of the particularly hard ones to get through. A lot of narrow corridors you gotta deal with there. A lot of bullshittery. I'm gonna die because I'm gonna get surrounded on both sides. Yep.
Death Warp saving time.
Oh my.
But the problem is I had 2 enemies coming in from one side, and then on the other side, I had an enemy that was invincible. So, not a whole lot I could do right there.
Oh.
Alright.
I'm guessing that this guy is invincible, so...
The bone-looking guy?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell is this that I found?
What?
I think I found a boss.
Oh, you on a boss stage?
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Alright, I'm gonna let the timer run for a little bit longer now because I'm curious what the hell.
Hold on, I'm curious now.
Oh! I have to pump the bomb. Also, looks like I only have 1 life for the stage, so I need to pull out the avoiding really well. At least I don't see a life counter anywhere on the HUD. It makes me wonder if this is the end of this mode, or if, okay, yeah, I do have to do this in 1 life. But it makes me wonder if this is, like, the final boss of this mode, or if this is just the first boss.
How many rounds were you at?
It was, like, it was after, like, round 10, so it wasn't super far. But I know we've had games like the Pac-Man iteration, which also weren't super long, and that's also Namco. Okay, I got the bomb to 0, and I dug a hole. So...
Nice.
So is that the end? I'm assuming it just keeps going. I get a bonus 10,000. Yep, it keeps going. Does it loop, though? Like, has it looped
looks like
now?
it loops.
Yeah, the stage design looks not complex enough to the point where I'm like, yeah, it probably looped. But I will go ahead and stop the timer now. You are free from Dig Dug.
Okay.
I'm close. I'm on round 9.
I'm probably gonna go ahead and hop off because I'm gonna see if I can just drink some water and do something to help clear my sinuses. Sorry to leave it hanging, guys.
Alright.
That's
Hope you had
alright.
fun, though.
Well, when we come back, we'll be playing Polk's game up next. We'll see in a bit.
No, that's the bone guy!
I'll see you guys next time.
Wait.
That's the best thing to hear before hitting the button to go to a quick ad break. No, that's the bone guy!
Look, I'm here to make content for you.
Good times.
I did beat Harley Quinn, so I did make it to stage 2.
Yeah.
Quote-unquote stage 2.
What we'll call it stage 2.
Still stage 1.
Stage
No,
1,
we'll-
2.
No, stage 2. As in, I beat Harley Quinn the second time fighting the Balls 3D boss.
Ah.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Wait, well... So the boss is stage 1 if we're talking about Batman and Robin again. The boss of stage 1 is the Joker.
Wait, that was not even... Oh my gosh. That game, get fricked, Batman and Robin.
Oh, lovely.
I regret to inform you, stage 1 is a lot longer than you realized. Anyway,
There's only so many seats after all.
we have a game from Polk.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun game.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna feature one of our favorite tropes in classic video games.
Indeed. Well, you know, I've been here a while here, and usually I have a problem. If I find something that's interesting on Kitsune, I'm gonna bring it here for people to experience. And last time, this one I can actually blame a little bit for it, because he introduced me to what I gave out. Well, he's done a few times here. But then Kami actually educated me on the fact that that was a PC Engine port, and that there's an arcade version that's seemingly quality of a much more different beast. So the original one here on the PC Engine was top down, more like chess, like grid based. How does everybody feel about isometric views?
I love isometric views.
I
love terrible ideas.
It's my third best view of video games.
How many views do you have?
Well, I mean, there's third person, first person, and then isometric.
Where does second person fall on that?
I mean, how many second person video games are there?
No,
I guess dating sim. So maybe let's put isometric a little further down.
I get a feeling you'll be staying out there for a while here. And this is not going to help the story here, but welcome here to an arcade game with isometric view about the Japanese version of Alice in Wonderland in Marchen Maze.
Alright, load it up, everyone, because we're gonna have fun with isometric views. When so one of the players in that match, Time Wanderer, who had to play the PC Engine version, I told them about how there's an arcade version as well, and it's isometric, and he was asking like, how do you make this game isometric? And like, well, but I played this for the arcade version specifically. Like, I think it works out okay. But I also played Isolated Warrior, which is kind of a similar game in its playstyle, because it's another like shooter game that's also isometric. Also, for folks unfamiliar with default bindings from MAME, select button will be your button to insert credits.
Dang it, I thought this version of Bizarre could play this here, but it doesn't seem like it, so time to pull out Tari.
I'm afraid hitting insert coin will start the game.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So I don't want to hit that yet.
One of those games where you insert your credit, whoop, get ready to play!
Yeah, some games do that. Some games like, oh, you gave me money? Time to die.
Boy.
My favorite metaphor.
Please insert 40 quarters.
My favorite insert coin is still every time I insert a quarter into Pirates Arcade and it tells me pie-ass. I have the voice clip here.
Pie-ass.
Such a good voice clip. I love it so much.
There we go.
And once I see it on Polk stream, I'll flip us over.
No, we're good.
Yeah, give me a moment.
You can put in your coin.
Me. Oops. No, you can go away. Don't need you today. Meh.
The sounds of trying to set up a video game. I also find it fun. I have to always laugh at whenever somebody has technical problems, and it's the person who submitted the game. I have to always laugh at that.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes, man. I'm not gonna.
Oh.
Let me pause over to the game screen because I am ready to go when everybody else is.
Shram.
All right.
Hang on.
No, I'm Shram.
My crumping is terrible.
Jeez.
All right. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marchen maze. Start spamming those credits buttons.
Let's go.
Oh, my game is so terribly cropped.
Oh, hold on a second.
What's in the mystery box? It's a hair.
On their
Why
side.
can't I?
It's a
It's a
balloon.
banui. Banui.
This is a game with charge shots and knockback as your main obstacle. So I cannot see how this is not a Mega Man game.
Yeah, you don't have as much as the health bar as the location bar.
Yeah,
Get
that's-
pushed over and get killed.
These enemies are great.
This is definitely like this is a very unique way to handle your health, where instead of having like a proper health bar like you'd expect to have, no, it's just you fly back like 20 feet.
These
And-
cigarette smoking mushrooms are so good.
Look, we're all crazy here.
What?
I don't remember these from the PC Engine version. Oh god.
Oh yeah. People were a little concerned when they saw that the first time.
Look, games can have whatever they want in them, and I fully support that. Oh yeah, another big problem with your charge shots. When you jump, you will launch your charge shot. So, you can't just hold down the button and keep jumping. No, if you want to charge up a shot, you gotta keep your feet planted on the ground.
Also, if you keep your charge shot held down too long, it will just pop.
Yeah,
Or
because
just bubbles could blow.
Because who needs to make a game nice? Fortunately, you can't accidentally walk off the edge. There is actually an invisible wall stopping you from walking off the edge. Now, if you jump off the edge, that's a different story. But I think it is a nice bit of game design.
Indeed. Oh, also another little thing that the PC Engine didn't have to worry about. The arcade version has a timer.
Yeah? Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, PC Engine doesn't have to worry about that. You can just keep on going back, no problem.
But again, that's the kind of thing that, like, it's an arcade game, so that kind of makes sense. Most arcade games, they need some sort of way for you to just, like, sync credits in case somebody just walks away from the arcade machine. So that way the next person can play without having to, play, like, on half a credit. Like, that's a super common thing for arcade versions. My favorite one, though, is always just the game killing you for one reason or another if you just stand still for long enough.
Oh, the Sonic the Hedgehog just leaving the screen.
Yeah, that's usually a good way to die in an arcade game. Is that game over for me? Oh, it's not. Okay.
No. Oh wait, I have a balloon.
I'm interested to see how the stage design and the I have a triple shot now. I'm interested to see how the stage design compares to its PC Engine counterpart.
Oh, big mode.
You got big mode. You got big bubbles.
Yeah, big mode.
Oh shit, my triple shot's gone. No, I missed it already. Oh no, chess pieces now. Oh god. This is somehow getting worse and worse. That's a lot of chess. Like a lot of chess. Penguins look like something I'd see in a Konami game as well.
Yeah.
Alright. I found a chicken. Oh, and chicken is done with my bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, sure, I remember the chicken in Alice in Wonderland. Yes.
No, I'm Shram.
Let's try this chicken again. Really, the key for staying alive can sort of be boiled down to stay near the center of the arena. So that way if you get hit, you won't go flying off a cliff. But that's not always the easiest thing to do, unsurprisingly. Enemies also seem to be a little less tanky.
Seems a bit, but they come in a lot more numbers. As if the sprite limitation was something.
Alright.
No. Ah, frick.
Oh,
how many balls does this
go.
bird have?
Oh, hold on. I gotta power word something here. The beak couldn't make it, so the chicken from the kitchen is shoving and kicking, although nothing is written. Thank you, Beak.
I was just end me.
All right. So now, so now for this stage, I have moving platforms on top of jumping over vertically moving platforms, and it is great with a capital 9. Oh yeah, and also on top of the isometric view. We can't forget about that part of the deal. Yeah, these jumps look really mean. Like, surprisingly mean.
Oh.
They're not, like, as bad as they look, but they're still real stressful.
King's beat.
Oh no, dice! Oh god! Oh god! Well, that didn't go over well.
Let's go. Dang, if those verticals aren't completely down, it's just gonna get yeeted off.
Yep.
Wow.
That's exactly what happened to me. And then you've got a lot more stage beyond that to go as well, on top of that. Like, you think that's the end of it? Huh, you sweet fool.
You sweet summer child.
Oh, nope. Not gonna try for that jump. I know better than that. And I missed my jump anyway.
Get fricked me.
Oh, crap.
Being checkpoint based doesn't really help it any either with making some of these jumps. Missed a single jump? Well, too bad, fucko. You're going back to the start of the stage.
Oh.
Yep. Why'd you betray me, cheese slices?
Well, that's the first hard part done. Now the rest of the hard parts. Maybe you should have considered.
Hopefully,
like,
there isn't any.
Oh god, I think
there's any raft section in this one.
Oh my god, the raft section was beautiful.
Oh, that was terrible bad.
Nope.
I think I did look at this game briefly as a potential game to give out in comparison to the PC Engine version, but I never really committed to it. I'm learning. Just keep jumping, and nothing will hurt you. It is working surprisingly well so far for this stage, or at least for the back half of this stage.
1 square wide. Why? Why, Alice? You can't be that crazy. That's illegal.
Let's get some power-ups. Oh, I have to make
Oh, boy.
Okay, we're still good. Oh, this stage really does
Are
not
we still
want...
good?
This stage really does not want to end. I feel like I'm getting close to the boss, but I'm also on my last life, so I'm probably gonna just end up getting sent back to the start of the stage anyway by the end.
Great.
Alright, is this boss? This is boss. And it is shooting lots of balls at me.
Why?
Also, check the website. Yeah, seemingly there's a Madoka Magica version of this game with different characters and different abilities.
Oh yeah?
Why did I get...
Unfortunately, I believe it was only a web-based game, so...
why did I not continue?
Why did you not continue? Did you not credit feed?
I did. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I was mashing buttons, I'm not sure.
You may never
But I thought
know.
I just first started.
Oh god. Okay, now you're pissed at me and coming straight for me. Okay. Just dodge you enough and don't mind the timer that's still ticking down. Alright. Stage 3 is done.
Nice.
That was a little bit stressful.
Okay, boss time.
The boss, if it's the boss of stage 3, the boss isn't as bad as the stage. Okay, you know what? Death strats here. I'm on my last life for this credit.
As well. You're allowed.
I'm only at the start of the stage, so I may as well take it from the top, basically, with my lives.
Where's the balloon when you need one? Alright, back at stage 1.
Who needs balloons anyway? Oh, I don't like how far out this stage is branching. Oh, yo, these skulls rule because you can just shove them off a cliff instead of killing them. Which, I mean, is still inadvertently killing them, but shh, we don't need to tell them that.
Yeah, no need for details, right?
Oh, goodbye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Game, you suck.
You know, that's the kind of reaction I was expecting.
So, Polk, since you're the one who gave out Marchen Maze for PC Engine for Crusoe, where does this game stack, do you feel, right now, by comparison to the PC Engine version?
If I didn't feel nice that day, this is probably the version I would have tried to give it out, because
I was over the
this is kind of cruel.
Makes you wonder what's going to happen when we get to the inevitable raft stage. But I think I've seen some stages already that do the same general thing as the raft stage, just not, like, marketed as a raft stage.
Touché, similar enough.
Also the kind of game that if you did give it out, you'd have to figure out what you want to do with continues. If you want to let them credit feed, or if you tell them you get this many credits.
Yeah. This many people of the difficulty, this one's kinda harsh as is.
Could have just been extra mean and told them you don't get any extra credits. If you die once you're back, or if you game over once you're back to the start of the game.
Oy.
Oh, do you have limited continues? I think you actually do have limited credits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because even after credit fed, it just went to the cake and thank you. No continue screen, just poof.
Okay.
Also, the timer was never started, so we're living in limbo.
Oh, I found the timer is the white rabbit down at the bottom.
No,
Yeah,
the timer.
Oh, Okami's timer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the thing never started.
Well, I guess this game's over.
I mean, it's not the kind of game that I think is gonna last the full 30 anyway, so I don't feel too bad about it. But yeah.
Well, currently it's 4. This doesn't seem to be second. This was 4.
Alright, I mean, I started out as a formality, but I think what's gonna happen is once the game hard locks me, I will call it there, because I don't want to make people play through the early bits again, but I am making some decent progress through here so far.
Still, it's very cute. Graphically here, great stuff, but it to crank up the difficulty in a jiffy.
Alright,
That's a difficulty curve more than the difficulty cliff.
I is the background for round 5 bubbles and clouds.
Because yes.
Oh, it's
Like
a
it-
Unity game.
Like, it's not the kind of background that, like, looks like it belongs in this game with, like, the art style of it. So yeah, I guess a Unity game.
And, like, there's not really
Ooh,
much
ouch.
of that. I mean, not to say that there's so much Alice in Wonderland lore in this game.
Nee.
I'm curious how long the long play is for the arcade version of this. Alright, am I getting kicked back to the title screen? Or are you gonna let me continue again? No, it's telling me that I can continue still.
And continue should go.
shall continue continuing. I do not like these dragonflies, however, that go around in circles. Not a fan of that.
Honestly, this game is quick enough that I'm gonna get to stage 3 again pretty quickly.
Yeah. Stage...
Once you get a grasp of it.
Again, arcade game sort of style, which means stages go by pretty quickly, just they can be kind of a little too tough as balls for a lot of people.
Oh, I had a balloon, thank God.
I'm not doing great in this stage, just from bad gaming. That's my own impatience speaking.
Thank God, big mode.
Yep, there we go. I got the hard credit limit as well. God, that would suck in an arcade if you decide, yeah, this game looks fun, I'm gonna credit feed it and just put in a bunch of quarters, and then you got hard locked and your quarters were still in there.
Yes.
You know this. I get a feeling I can tell them, oh, go ahead, credit feed as much as you want. It's not giving you a difference.
I did the second level without dying. We can change now.
Alright. We all had a good run of this game, so...
Wait a minute, hold on.
What's up?
What is this? Oh, that's just a power-up. Never mind, you can go away.
Okay.
I got big jump now. I just saw the checkered pattern when I was like, wait, isn't that exclusively the boss one? And I thought, secret boss?
Oh my.
You thought. Alright.
I thought, but then it was just, I got big jump now.
Alright, we are now Marchen mazed out, so... I'm gonna pull us a break, and when we come back, it'll be our newcomers' time to shine, because we're gonna have a game from Schrammbles. We'll see in a bit.
Ooh.
My life's in Schrammbles.
Yeah. That is why my name is my name.
Glad we got that out of the way. Very good. And also something Kirby, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the Kirby games are already exist, so...
We need something that doesn't exist.
Look, I was eating good for the past, 3 years, because they just kept having new Kirby games coming out.
Yeah.
Forgotten Land is fantastic.
Not sure if you also heard, but Amazing Mirror came out on Switch for the Switch Online.
Yep,
with online multiplayer.
Sure did. I know I have a few friends who are raving about that, being able to do the multiplayer of that without needing 4 Game Boy Advances and link cables and 4 copies of the game.
Exactly.
You know, Nintendo loves its accessories.
Sure does.
I still think the most egregious one was probably Crystal Chronicles.
Oh my god.
Where you needed 4 Game Boy Advances, the GameCube, the link cables towards the Game Boy Advance. Just the amount of stuff needed just to play the multiplayer in that game.
I mean, that's a similar deal with the Four Swords game on GameCube, so...
Yeah, but Four Swords was at least fun.
Wow.
Ouch!
I need to go look to see if there's any other games that use that whole setup that are just a bit more obscure.
I think it's just those 2 with the multiplayer aspect, because the Game Boy could connect to Wind Waker.
Yep.
Honestly, that's the Sonic adventure games that you can connect to for Chow Garden.
Yeah, I'm blanking on stuff. I think there's some sort of connectivity for Metroid Prime, but that's just unlocking bonus content, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you unlock Fusion Suit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Oh, that's just aesthetic.
It's a treasure tracker for Mega Man X Command Mission.
Alright. Well, we are back, so we've got another game, and Schrammbles has so graciously provided us with a wonderful game today for all of us.
Yeah, so I know a few of us are probably talking about Archipelagos, which, Legend of Zelda games tend to be a prime candidate for those games with their multiple checks. And we do love A Link to the Past, but what if we had more A Link to the Past, but it was very America?
Uh-oh.
I like the sound of this.
So what if, instead of having a sword, you had a gun? And instead of an uncle, you have a father. So yes, we are going to be playing Gunman's Proof for the Super Nintendo.
There's what I'm thinking about.
I've played this before, not in a very long time, but I remember playing like up to the first dungeon.
We do have a translation patch for this as well, by the way.
Yes.
Nice.
This game has an incredible plot.
It does.
This takes.
It does.
it takes.
Come. You first.
Yeah, it takes place in the late 1800s. It takes place in the wild, wild west of America. You are Zero. And as like any good game that takes place in the West, the first thing that happens is aliens invade.
Sounds like Dragon Ball Z all over again.
Yeah, and
Nice.
for Schrammbles' words while we were discussing this over DMs, there is a content warning that does come with this. Not like a flashing warning or anything like that, but something a little more uncommon.
More domestic abusey
Yeah.
kind of warning.
Oh,
I
boy.
mean, it's done in a comical way, but like, it's not great.
It's something that you, depending on the person, it's something you could find somebody uncomfortable with, that sort of content. And I don't... the little bit I do know about this game, I don't think it's one that it's basically like one scene.
It's one scene at the beginning. It's a required scene that you have to see, but outside of that, the rest of the game is just you play the game.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've definitely
Figure
seen the
too.
game before, but I don't know much of it beyond what I've seen.
But yeah, like the best way to describe this is a Link to the Past with a gun.
Yeah. I mean, I have a very Link to the Past-ish game in my arsenal that I haven't had the chance to give out yet. Another known game, Crusader of Senti. But that'll be some other time. Probably a while from now. Because I'm also curious about Crusader of Senti, and I've heard good things about that game. Rock has a good point in chat. Aliens need to abduct the cows. That's why they're coming.
I don't think there's actually any cows in this game. It's just horses.
Yeah, I see a bunch of horses on the intro here, but no cows. Unless it's a horse-shaped cow.
I mean, what is a cow but just a milkable horse?
Please do not phrase it like that ever again.
I'm not sure why that's upsetting to you.
It's not upsetting. But go on, please tell me more about milkable horses.
Well, they're just like cows. You get milk from them.
Okay. Alright, I'm ready to go when everybody else is.
Speaking of, I'm going to name my character Milk. Yeah, feel free to hit new game and get your character name.
And just highlight... Why is there a button here that says hello?
Oh, it's the credits for the translation.
I guess it looks like it's the credits for the translation patch. Okay,
yeah,
that's
shout outs to the translators, because this game was exclusive to Japan. Don't know why, but they hoard all of their fun.
Very
Yeah, it has a very Earthbound effect too.
Maybe that's why I never came over here. Anyway, I'm ready to go and everybody else is.
Yay.
Alright, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This. Gunman's Proof, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, so we do have a kind of a 5-minute cutscene to start the game.
That's right.
We have monsters have appeared. This is the aliens who invaded. They're taking everybody, and they're kind of making this very green, like...
Did somebody just get abducted by a cactus?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure I saw that right.
Huh.
Yeah, the aliens that invaded have like possessed a bunch of different things in the world, from cacti to actual people, to create these monsters, and they're just terrorizing the people of this Western American town. And there's you with your mother. You're not allowed to play.
Not allowed to play outside the village. Have to be, I guess, within the village confines, and then we're going to be as we're going to defy our parents in true adventurer fashion.
Yeah, this is obviously not made by Disney because we have both our parents.
Aye.
Minaski has done some decent stuff from what I remember. I don't remember what specifically, though. I just remember seeing their name on other games that I'm like, yeah, these games are neat.
Yeah, so you play outside, you almost get killed by an alien.
As you do.
And then we have an odd couple of sorts with these aliens.
What kind of odd... Oh, ghosts. Of course. I like this face that my character makes.
Oh yeah, the main character you play as has some very great faces.
Mm-mm.
And UFO Man, can you shut up and listen?
I mean, I think that's more of the translators having more fun with the translation than what might be the actual true translation, but who knows? I can't speak the language. I barely speak English.
Monsieur, mon ami.
Oh, it sounds awful like them demi-seas that making trouble on the island.
Now let me tell you how to become a Power Ranger.
Essentially. That's what's about to happen.
What? I was kidding!
You should know. Beak, according to Beak, you allegedly have this in your shuffler, Polk.
We do! We do! Hey, I don't pay... We do have that on the shuffler here, but I missed the beginning of this thing.
I mean, I didn't see the beginning. I just recognized it from... I knew I recognized it from a shuffler. I just wasn't sure if it was yours, Mifa's, or both of yours.
It was. Oh, yeah, it was. We was in charge of that for a while. Oy.
But essentially, these aliens are coming to try to get rid of these bad aliens, but they can't really stay on this planet for very long. So, like any good troll, they have to go into this boy's soul.
Wait, what?
Of course. And this is how we become Darkling. Wait, wrong game.
I need an adult. I am an adult.
Well, our main character sure as heck is not an adult.
But yes, our orange little alien friend is going to essentially possess our body.
And that's just how it's like for the rest of the game?
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh,
So we're not actually playing as the boy, we're playing as the alien. Who is inside.
oh God. Oh God. The blue, they've got a blue alien, a red alien, the red alien is Zero. So this is a Mega Man game, I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean, every
great.
game you can think of. This is a Dark Souls. This is a Tetris. This is a Doki Doki Literature Club. It's every one of those games.
This is a Batman and Robin.
I have become Ward Zero.
Yes, Zero is the name of the alien, my mistake. Because you name your own character.
Yeah, it's the boy that you name.
I am Milk Zero, not to be confused with Coke Zero.
Lactose intolerant Zero. One huge career. Was it him? Demi-Seas again? Or was it them? Demi-Seas again? Yeah, but I'm okay. They ran off somewhere. Don't know where.
Ah, great.
Okay, and now we've got
Yeah,
control.
let's see.
And now we have control. We don't have a gun yet.
You can crawl.
You can crawl. Crawling is very fun and very useful. Unfortunately, you have to go to your house and have another cutscene.
Just gonna take a quick screenshot of this sprite and throw it in the room as well. Now, it's a bold assumption of you to assume that I remember where my house is. But I think I had a cutscene happen, so... Oh no, this looks like it's... Nope, I just got punched.
You have one of the cutscenes I think you need to continue the game. That's your friend. You don't remember her name.
Yeah.
But you've been friends for a very long time.
Alright, did you hit your head? I mean, that's close enough to what happened. Oh, right, you did. My girl's name is Sarah. Or the sheriff here. Feels kind of awkward to say this, seeing as how we see each other all the time. I'm sorry I hit you and stuff. Bye. Okay, see ya. Well, that's actually some pretty sweet animation on walking up the stairs instead of just being a screen transition. Again, much like Link to the Past.
Yes.
This is something where I was just expecting to walk into the stairs and automatically transition to the other room.
No, the sprite work in this game is fantastic. The gameplay it's more action-based and less puzzle-based, so there's not really puzzles in this game. Which is probably its only, like, kind of fault, is that the gameplay is very samey, but you do get a bunch of different guns, which all have their own special powers.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about this person hitting on a kid that's being possessed, but okay. Anyway. That was a fun trip to the saloon. Alright, is this my house? I've tried like every other building, so... No? I bet what am I doing? I'm gonna be taking care of some horses from the western pasture. Okay. This is always the fun part of beginning like an adventure game like this, is which house is... Oh, you can go in water. Was expecting to be blocked by a wall, but that's a pleasant surprise.
I will say, you will want to go into the saloon and talk to the guy in blue.
Might have talked to him already, but I'll go do that again, just to be sure.
Because he will give you something.
I don't think I got anything, so let's try talking to you. Well, you gotta look at someone heading for a fight. Don't say nothing I can tell. Your face is awful queer, but I see that serious look in your eyes. You teach your skill I came up with at the end of my travels. Charge shot. We can now Mega Man.
Sweet.
Well, we can Mega Man when we get a gun.
Howdy, Mort.
And this looks like a church. Because I can only imagine all the fun things that can happen here.
Church things.
Okay, nothing. I was wondering if the churches might be like your save point in this game. Because there's been games where that's been your save point.
I can't remember what is the save point in this game. I don't think it's like you...
I didn't try it, but in one of the houses I did see somebody who looked to be have a book with them, so I could see that being the save point, but I didn't talk to them, so I'm not sure. I think I finally found my house after trying every other house, by the way.
Hey, that is the RPG spirit.
Yeah, and I mean, it does work out because you also get like a decent starting feel for the town.
I should be back here over and over and over and over and over and over.
Our sense of justice has been awakened, and therefore we must defeat the Demi-Seeds. I'm sure that'll go well. Yep, damn fool!
Oh, I've been to the saloon. I talked to my dad. My dad beat me up. Now
Yeah,
what?
got beat. My dad beat me up, and then told my mom, "Quiet, woman."
Please, I'm already a gunman. I
over
need
again.
proof so I can leave. Oh, I can just go this way. Okay.
Don't you be giving us no more of that bull dung. Not
What?
bullshit. Bull
Yes.
dung.
I got a crab. 10 points. Yeah. What the hell is the point of picking up these crabs? Oh, Maison Solaire.
No one can stop us to destroy the demi-seeds of our mission. And somehow it's gonna end the same way. Yep.
Oh, I hurt myself. I went into deep water. Oh, picking up crabs heals you. Thanks, crabs. Dabs.
I think when I looked at this game, I'm like, I don't recognize this game. This must be a Japanese-only game when I saw it in the shuffler. And then I think I saw the scene that I'm watching now. I'm like, okay, maybe that's why it didn't find its way over here to the west.
Yeah, the first scene is just a little rough in that kind of sense.
Yeah, and it's a little hard to cover up with just writing.
Yeah. Just can't change the whole meaning.
But outside of that, like, scene, gameplay is real good.
Yeah, I'm out of the scene.
Plays it smoothly.
I'm out of that scene now, so back to wandering around the town.
Yeah, I think after you've seen those 2 cutscenes, you can leave the town.
I want to test the theory. Hands out the reward money around these parts. Got bounties on all the demi-seed bosses, and that's fine and all. You know, good to do something, but not a single soul has claimed even one of the bounties. Alright, so I guess it's gonna be like a side quest later to get more money.
Are you alright, Port? Did you hit your head or something?
Yeah, so all of the dungeons have their own little boss.
Sarah.
Game's telling me to go back home, so I guess I'll go back home. Probably won't end well.
Yeah, you have to do the cuts. You have to talk to your dad twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now I'm being told by my father, there's no place for you in this house. Get out. But it's
Jeebus. Dad of the year.
yeah, he's still telling me to get back home. So evidently, there's still a flag somewhere I have not triggered.
Have you talked to the sheriff?
You know, I don't know if is that the person you mentioned in the saloon?
No.
If so, I already have.
There's the sheriff hut somewhere. I talked to him, but nothing seemed to happen.
Yeah, because I think... Did you talk to your mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just once.
I've talked to everybody you've listed, and I'm still stuck in town.
Do you also need to double check on the shop?
So you talked to Sarah, so you had the Sarah cutscene.
Yeah, I got the Sarah cutscene. I got the cutscene with my father.
All right enough. Oh, the guy doesn't magically move. You just have to talk to him when you think you've...
Yeah, so I glanced over at Turavan's screen, and it looks like it was just a matter of talking to the right NPC to go out of the right part of town, because I was talking to the NPC on the west end of town.
Oh, I just assumed there was only one. My mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the one on the right side of town seems to be the one that'll let you out, because I am leaving town now. So, mystery solved. Okay, you do start with a gun by default.
Yes, you start with a gun. Getting the charge shot is very important, though.
Let's see how good this charge shot is. I mean, it's really hard to see, like, how it does in damage, like, relatively speaking, when I can't see health bars, but I'm going to take your word for it that it's good. And apples for health.
I couldn't swim in that water.
It has that screen transition that's very much like a Zelda game, and treasure chest much like a Zelda game, and bombs.
In this game,
or sorry, fireworks.
And this game is one of the few Super Nintendo games that actually utilizes the L and R buttons.
That's an uncommon thing to see in games, because it's rare for you to see a Super Nintendo game that's actually like designed to use all the buttons. But I guess in a game like this, it would be a bit more frequent that you see that kind of thing happen.
Oh shit! Did I find the first dungeon?
I'm in a dungeon, and I presume you're gonna be entering the place as well. Yeah, it looks like you're in the same place that I'm in, Terror, so...
I'm gonna die.
I likely will as well. I can't tell if my regular shot does damage to them or not, because it doesn't... Okay, it does, but they just don't flash them or anything like that to indicate that they're taking damage. You get your low health beep, much like in a Zelda game. Oh shit, bats.
Oh man, help! I love it.
These bats die, or are they just a hazard? I guess they're just a hazard. Let's try running through. That worked way better than I expected it to.
Got chrysanthemum fireworks, huh?
Yeah, you heard him.
That sure is a mouthful.
Question is, how long is this first dungeon? Like, is it on par with, like, a Zelda dungeon in terms of length, I would expect, since there's so many other things that seem to reflect over here from Zelda?
For the first
design?
dungeon, it's pretty short.
Oh, found
Introduction.
Ruby Rain.
Here's something else I should check. Well, yeah, that pause menu also is animated like the pause menu from Link to the Past.
Yeah, it's very much this game very much took a blueprint from that game.
Yeah, even the map looks like how the map looks in Link to the Past. Like, you can see so much of the inspiration from Link to the Past. I would assume Link to the Past came first anyway, because that would be really hilarious if this game came before Link to the Past, and then it turns out Link to the Past is the one that took inspiration from this.
Yeesh.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Now this may be a game that I'll just like keep in my back pocket for people who really like Link to the Past, as like, hey, if you like Link to the Past, you should try this game.
I mean, there is times where like games will be used as like sort of a testing ground to see if concepts work.
Yeah.
Before they like
another game, well, another Zelda game anyway, that this game kind of gives me vibes of specifically, mostly with like the look of it, is Minish Cap. It kind of has a Minish Cap sort of look to it in this dungeon, to me.
I wish I remember
I
where to go in this dungeon.
I wish I knew where to go. I've explored a lot of the first floor. I haven't explored much of the basement, but... Okay, I found a treasure chest with a beast fang. Okay.
Oh, found the magic mirror. I can now go to the Dark World. Well, come back from the Dark World.
Or go back to the start of the dungeon. Can't forget about that little use of the mirror. What's this way?
A lot of people do.
I mean, I've seen enough people do Grando Seeds to be very familiar with that functionality.
Why did it just come back to life? I thought I was dead, but then I wasn't.
I also have the magic mirror.
Oh, these enemies are slapping their bottoms at me.
Alright, let's go this way.
Oh man, those are some cool slugs.
Oh, I also died. Oops.
Yeah, from what I remember, the treasures you can sell because you need to buy the guns, like buy upgrades and things.
Yep.
And I can imagine grinding
Different
out.
kind of bomb.
I can imagine grinding out the money is going to be a lot less viable. Probably something you could still do. Oh, that's the bomb button. Okay. Duly
Oh,
noted.
great, so those are holes.
Oh, did you fall in a pit, Polk? How dare.
Yep. How dare I stumble into things?
You
Naturally.
nuts. Where are... Oh, that's a lot of red slimes. I want no part of you folks.
Oh my god.
That looks like a door to a boss fight, if I've ever
Yes.
seen one.
I'm at the boss. Hey, this boss looks real familiar. If we played another game, and not the game you think, a game we just played.
Yeah, I see the boss on your stream, so I can already see what the comparison is going to be, because I feel like we just played this game. It's so weird. Usa or Yusa. Misa name is Miracle 5 Jar Jar Binks.
Wait, what?
I swear it's not actually Jar Jar Binks, but the way he talks just sounds like I'm picturing it in Jar Jar's voice.
Yep. God.
So anyway, Martian Maze was a fun video game.
Sure was.
I'm so glad this game also took inspiration from Martian Maze.
Stole inspiration from a lot of things, is he?
I think one of my
Damn it.
complaints so far that I was kind of noticing with the with fighting the regular enemies
I don't understand why I just come back to life.
maybe it's some sort of item you start with or something. I'm not sure, but I think one of my complaints has been things not really giving much feedback for doing damage. It feels like they don't telegraph it as well as they could.
Yeah, sure feels that way.
Yeah, I mean, this game's not perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's if it's like just shoot it enough and you'll probably be fine and that's pretty consistent, then that's whatever. But it's definitely something you notice, especially when you're like fighting a boss fight and have to start wandering your mind towards, are there weaknesses I should be targeting sooner rather than what I'm currently doing? You know, having a thing to indicate, yeah, what you're doing is probably not what you should be doing. Oh.
Ooh. One piece down.
Because in my mind, what I would imagine I'm supposed to do with this boss, but it doesn't look like is what I am currently doing, is attacking the head. But my shots go clean through it without any sort of feedback, so...
Yeah, I think we need to take out the sections.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it appears to be the 4 sections.
Yeah, there we go. One finally went down.
Yeah, and your main shot doesn't seem to be showing any effects, it just passes right through. But
I think the way you can
single ones-
tell, I think things doing damage is like there's a subtle sound effect, kind of like you know, like in the Zelda games when you hit a wall that can
Yeah,
be bombed,
Yeah.
something like that.
There's
like
collision effects.
that kind of damage feedback isn't great.
Yeah, it's probably the kind of thing that with enough time, if that's consistent, you'll probably catch on to it after long enough. Just early on, it's not great when you're still learning all the rules that the game operates on.
Yeah.
Oh, did my emulator crash? Cool. Love this.
Oh boy, we had some interesting fun with trying to get the translation patch up and running.
I mean, this is so I played this on BizHawk like 4 years ago. And so I'm not sure if I also like knocked my headphones out and then plugged them back in when I was adjusting my chair, which may have also crashed because any kind of audio change always fricks.
Yeah. no doubt aware of. Let's try a different approach.
But, you know,
Okay.
if this is where it ends for me, I mean, I got the first dungeon clear.
Yeah, I should be able to clear
clear too.
Let's say that happens for me as well, or anybody else.
Oh yeah.
I think I have a theory for how this boss works now. I don't know if that was just coincidence or what, but I wanna see. Okay. I think the way the boss works, the way this totem pole boss works, is you have to destroy them in the correct order, because I was shooting one for the longest time, and it would not be destroyed. So I think you have to start from the totem that's on the bottom and work your way up. Because that's how I was actually able to destroy them. So I don't know if that's just coincidence, or if that's actually how the fight works. Okay, maybe it was coincidence, and maybe they are just that tanky.
Yeah, so it looks like just my game crashed because.
Folks made it a bit further through.
Oh yeah. So, your companion, the blue alien, has possessed this horse.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. There's nothing more to say beyond that. Oh, big guy's here. I think he's gone. Yep. Goodbye.
Yeah, the big guy is a pushover. He's just like
You've done the main fight. This is just a victory lap.
But yeah, blue guy decides to possess the horse and does very anime poses as a horse.
No kidding.
But like this is where the game's charm starts to shine.
Dungeon 1 clear. How many dungeons are in this game then?
I want to say there are at least 6 or 7.
Okay, so and you're getting graded as well apparently, because I got rank C.
Yep.
Yeah, so like there's a score. I don't know why there's a score. The score doesn't really reflect anything.
It's a Star Tropic score. It told me
Oh
that
yeah,
I got.
you get 1-ups.
Oh.
You get 1-ups. That's right.
Yeah.
So that's why you kept reviving Terravan, because you do have lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 1 extra life currently, according to the game. Strange beast.
At some point, you get to ride your horse. I think you get to do it right now. I'm not sure.
May.
Yeah, you're supposed to be getting carrots, it seems. And you're coming running.
Maybe not now.
What are you doing looking like that? Why, I'm so glad you asked! I am enjoying some of the writing for even like some of this is probably like from the translation team, but I'm enjoying the writing that they're putting in here.
Yeah, any of these like translation hacks always have that charm because someone was passionate enough to make this translation.
Yeah, what's
so
up,
you've got
Okay, why did the horse become Sailor Moon for a moment?
As I said, anime.
Anime explains all.
No kidding, Animu.
Mono joined the party. We've got less than a minute now with this game, so we'll be wrapping up this one shortly. And this doesn't have the same problem that a bunch of other games of the similar style does when we're playing it on the show, where it feels like you're not making a whole lot of progress in the span of half an hour. Like, we all basically got through a dungeon in half an hour, which I'd say is a substantial mark of progress.
Yeah. And a lot of like the beginning game has those triggers of just like you need to talk to your father twice. You need to talk to Sarah. I don't know if you need to get the charge shot, but it's very helpful. And then you have to talk to the guy in the right side of the village in order to leave.
Yep. All right. That's 30 minutes.
I mean, and it's very much like that style of game to have all of these NPC plot point triggers in order to move on to the next.
Right. And now I want to I was mentioning Crusader Senti earlier. I want to fire that up later and see how that game's intro compares to this, how quick or how slow it is. But that is a wrap for our fourth game here, Gunman's Proof. So when we come back, we have one final game for tonight from Terravan. We'll see you in a bit.
Video game. Oh, thank God, I'm so tired.
Yeah, I think compared to Crusaders of Century, like, that game, I think this game gets punished by the opening cutscene. Like, that 5-minute cutscene followed by, like, 2 more, like, 2-minute cutscenes.
Well, I mean, that's only relevant to the
Yes.
format.
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. What time is it? Well, see, yeah. I got up for work at 7:30 in the morning, and it's now 1:30 in the morning. That's the way I live my life.
And you had to do Platform Peril as well today, so you're pulling double duty.
Yeah, I did. I won
Really?
that.
Yeah, nice.
The longest one.
Congrats.
Rayman 2. Not
That's
bad.
That's a video game we've had over here.
I think I just got lucky with my
GBA?
Park senses.
Like sometimes it's all it takes is just you get lucky. Alright, well,
Lucky.
speaking of lucky, we should count ourselves lucky.
Oh, that's right. I should probably launch RetroArch now.
We should be considering ourselves lucky to be getting a game from Terravan.
Wow. You
Brace
lost
yourselves.
We've had a version of this game before, but not this version of this game.
Yeah, it's the only home version to bring America's favorite family to your Commodore 64, featuring the first boy on television to say "damn." It's the Simpsons for the Commodore 64, which is amazingly a port of the arcade version.
It sure is.
Oh
And it was
boy.
it's the only time it was ported.
By the way, since this is a Commodore 64 game, you may need to go into your control settings and turn off port 1 and enable port 2. Because Commodore 64 is fun.
Quote unquote.
If you want to
Are we doing unlimited lives?
Do you want to do unlimited lives? I don't care what settings you use. I'm probably not gonna do unlimited lives. Just see how far I can get with the credits the game allots. I'm also gonna jump into the game really quick just to test my controls on this one because of how finicky Commodore 64 can be. Yeah, we've had the proper like arcade Simpsons arcade game on here before, so I'm curious how well they do with a Commodore 64 port.
To the rest that don't like us, eat my shorts. How do I advance from this screen?
Oh, I don't want 2 players. How do I undo that?
From the screen that I'm seeing on yours, Terravan, hit Y or N for if you want to indicate unlimited lives. And then after that, hit enter. You might not have to hit enter, but I did anyway.
Oh, I think RetroArch's just complaining because I accidentally unplugged my controller.
Well, they actually also like straight up tried to emulate the intro on Commodore 64, which is also pretty impressive. Like, it's not anything too groundbreaking considering the hardware they're using, but the fact that they seem to be making somewhat of an effort with it, at least with the visuals that I can see right now, I can appreciate.
Wait, how do I change this port?
If you pull up your menu, I gotta back out of a few menus. Under settings, input, and then port 1 controls to disable your port 1 controller because you might accidentally end up in 2-player mode, and that's probably not what you want. And then port 2 controls, you enable your controller. It's been a good while, actually, since we've had a Commodore 64 game on here, so
Yeah.
maybe it'll be a
What am I
rush.
supposed to press on this start screen? Meh.
Well, do you just have this... Does it not just go straight to the game for you, Polk?
Nope, it goes to Commodore 64. I'm using BizHawk, so...
You might need to hop through a different hoop on BizHawk, because and on RetroArch it loads straight to the game. But in BizHawk you probably have to put in the Commodore 64 command to load the game. So give me 1 second here.
Oh, really?
Alright, I think I'm good.
Just give me 1 second to get the information for Polk here. So you're going to have to put in, and I'm hoping this works, and it might take a little bit of time to load because Commodore 64 is fun. But check your DMs in a second here, Polk. Put that into the command line. It might take a bit of feeling around. Alternatively, you could also just, like, go to Vice or something, if you want to set that up real quick.
Seems like I actually need to enter all of those keys inside of the controller too, so otherwise I won't register at all.
You should be able to bind keys, like you should be able to use your keyboard.
Oh yes, the thing is that it's asking you to bind every single keys on the keyboard.
Oh,
So I think I'm just gonna bind the keys that I need.
probably a good idea. Once you get into the game, like, you put in the command, then you're gonna have to type Y or N to indicate if you want infinite lives or not. Once you get past that screen, though, you should be able to just use controller.
Lovely.
Oh god.
Which I might as well...
Pressure I just not picking up my controller anymore.
Oh no. It's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be interesting to crop to, Terror. What I see.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't work. Yeah, because it doesn't look right until I make it full screen. Oh.
I mean,
boy.
I still do not see the game.
Me.
Terror.
Yeah, because I can't get it to run in anything.
It's not running in like RetroArch, because I thought I saw you have it up for a bit.
Yeah, but I couldn't control anything, and pressing Y to advance wasn't doing anything. I'm gonna have to restart my computer.
Alright.
Because that's what happens with my controller sometimes.
Is this just what happens in Retro Book Club?
Yeah, technical difficulties are the.
We just do zombies. Like
we
keep losing members.
We just kill people off, and here it's fine. But we're no strangers to running into technical difficulties. In fact, for less common stuff like this, it's not uncommon for me to go like, hey, this console is sometimes temperamental with people, and we may not have the time to figure out all the technical setup for it and all that stuff, because Commodore 64 is dumb sometimes, so like have a second game in mind. But I think if Polk can get it working, because I feel pretty good about Terravan getting it working when he gets back. Although I'm still staring at the Commodore 64 basic screen here for Polk.
I'm trying.
You still have Vice, right, Polk? Because you've done Kuso.
I believe I do, yes.
Vice might be a better option for you, compared to BizHawk.
That might be.
Yeah, I've never gotten Commodore 64 to work in BizHawk.
I have gotten it to work. The problem is, like, you need to know, like, the load, (8), (1), that whole command, because it asks you to type it in. But other things like RetroArch and Vice that I throw Commodore 64 games into, it just loads it automatically.
Yeah, I've been playing a few Commodore 64 games for reasons.
Oh yeah, great. I like reasons.
And like, there is some very interesting ideas in some of the games.
I actually had a one of the things I got in the mail today was an S-video cable for a Commodore 64, so now I can hook up my C64 to my CRT.
Oh, S-video. God, what a great cable.
It seems to be, like, because as far as I'm aware, nobody's, like, made RGB cables for Commodore 64, so, like, S-video is the best option for that. So, I might do some more fiddling around with that, but I had a busy day today, and thus no time to be able to mess around with it today.
It's in my, like, top 10 of cables. Number 1, XLR. XLR, best cable. You got 3 prongs, you got your audio. Works almost every time.
Okay.
Welcome back, Taravan.
I can hear it loading.
That's always what you want to hear for Commodore 64. That loud loading sound, although usually I hear that for, like, if I'm playing an Amiga game.
I mean, depends on the Commodore 64 game. If it's a tape-only one, that takes, like, 10 minutes for it to load.
Yeah, I don't know what this was, what form of media this one was distributed as, if it was a floppy disk or if it was a tape game. I'm not super knowledgeable with the Commodore 64, so...
I'm guessing based off of the file, because that's usually how you can tell. I think this is a disk because it has the D as a file name.
Yeah, that's what my guess was going to be as well.
Okay, now I understand.
Alright. I see Taravan getting it to load, and I think Polk's is just a matter of getting all the button bindings done to be able to run it, so I'm just gonna... So, you know what? We'll leave that screen up for a bit and watch you try to fiddle around with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and start switching this over to the game.
Hey.
Ooh, one good thing about Commodore 64 games commonly is that they have a lot of good jams. I'd say this is a jam. Alright, I, however, am ready to go when everybody else is. And I see 2 Commodore basic screens, so... you know, good sign.
You know, 2 out of 4. It's a 50% rating. It's like a review of a early 90s video game.
Alright. I see Taravan up, so I'm gonna take the opportunity while I can. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Simpsons. Pick a character.
Oh, homie.
Who's everybody going as between Schrammbles and Terror currently?
Oh, I have to pick my favorite character, which is Lisa.
Sounds like Taravan may have gone with Homer.
I'm probably gonna be Bert, but hang on, I need to post Marge's face.
Yeah. Go for it. Oh, there we go. Just for being a little bit weird.
Oh, for an arcade game that has binded jump and attack to the same button.
Yep, Commodore 64 game, which means one button game.
You got one button, baby.
And how well does it play as a result of that?
I mean, I think they implemented it pretty well because it's a very long hold to jump, and then you can attack in the air.
As long as you don't have to do some pretty complex platforming.
But keeps insisting I have 2 players, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, do you have the port? You need to put your controller into port 2, as Okami has told me.
Yep.
Oh.
And disable port 1 controller.
Yep. Unless you want to control 2 characters at the same time, then I guess leave port 1 enabled. This is pretty incredible, Zenek. You are correct.
Like...
Oh, I see Polk has loaded into the game.
I have deciphered the ancient text!
Congratulations!
I can do this!
With how long Commodore 64 games oftentimes are, it does also make me wonder if they have all the stages in this, or if they just implemented, like, 3 of the stages in this game.
So you chose not unlimited lives, right, Okami?
I chose not unlimited.
So I have. So the funny thing about that is that my health isn't going down, but I did lose a life, but
What?
I didn't.
How?
So I think my HP meter still is going down, even though it's not showing it. But
Internally,
it's not
it's going down. Yeah.
Yeah, internally it's going down, but it's not showing my. It won't show my life counter going down.
That's incredible. Okay, so that's gonna beg the question then. If your life counter goes down internally or not, and considering your health goes down internally, I wouldn't doubt if your life counter goes down internally. But we'll probably find that out as we go along.
Which, you know, if it does, that is content, baby.
Yeah.
That is beautiful content.
That's the kind of thing. Oh, what was that teleport? That was weird. That's the kind of thing where, like, you hand it to people and you tell them, yeah, go for unlimited lives, tricking them into thinking that it's actually unlimited lives. And that's the kind of the kind of content you really love to see, is when the game makes a fool out of you for thinking you had a safety net.
Nope, I can't get one player.
You disabled port 1 and you have port 2 enabled, Terror?
I did.
Okay. I shall once again meme on the idea that one of the people having technical problems is the person who submitted the game.
Not just again.
It's never legitimate shade or anything.
Controls.
But it's still...
None for port 1, port 2, RetroPad. I don't know what specifies which core port will receive. So should that be a 2? Because if that's a 2, then I can't control either player.
It should... Oh, is it? I just had the Joypad 2 to work, and that worked for me, so... Because Commodore 64 Commodore 64 games have that common distinction of, if you want to play the game, you have to plug your controller into port 2.
Well, because keyboard works as a player.
Oh my god, that Smithers sprite is so bad.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I assume it's after you beat the first boss.
Yeah, no, you'll see it soon. And just because of how small it is,
can't wait to see it.
It's so funny.
Oh, I can't move.
It's a tech. I can't tell if I'm hitting the
How do I
boss.
insert side B?
Oh shit! This is the thing I didn't think of. I think it's under disk options. Yeah, command disk options.
Disk next, I believe.
Yeah, either eject and flip. We didn't think this through.
I don't see flip. I see disk eject, disk previous.
I don't have the second
next.
port down to anything, that's why.
I will admit I didn't test the game that far, so I guess this game has caught me with my pants down.
Alright, disk option, disk eject toggle. V? The unlimited lives was inside me the whole time.
It's because I needed to bind my controller to second port.
Disk next?
It would appear that it is impossible for Polk to play a Commodore 64 game.
Go figure, it's trying. It looked Karnov at some point, thanks to V.
I thought
I know I'm gonna crash.
I thought I saw you load it for a second because I saw you on the screen too. That was prompting you with infinite lives.
Yeah, it did that. Then went to a black screen, failed to load. I reset the whole thing, started over again, it showed again, and then it went back to ready.
So Vice?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, I mean, I can't get past the disc 2 boss.
Oh boy. Yeah, let me
I'm gonna make one more attempt at getting past the boss because the boss kicked my butt because I could not find the hitbox.
I think the strategy I found, because I only lost 2 lives. How much are you abusing the dive kick?
Oh yeah, I was mostly staying on the ground, and dive kicks are usually powerful in beat 'em ups. So yeah, that would track.
Because, like, not only are you hitting them, but you're also going past where they would be able to retaliate to you.
Yeah. I guess it's something I didn't think about because diving can be a bit clunky, but it's actually not too bad when you start to get the hang of it.
Well,
So-
I'm just going to do the next best thing, and I'm just going to reset and do this without unlimited lives.
Yeah, see that if that helps you in any way.
I mean, it won't.
We can pretend it will.
But at least it's better, interesting content than me just fiddling.
You never know what you're gonna get here, is kind of the summary of all this. You might get technical difficulty. You might get surprise mechanics, like having to flip a disc.
I can't stop staring at this incredibly cursed March sprite. Alright, now play friendly.
I mean, there is something beautiful about just, like, how simple these sprites are for the characters that a lot of us have grown up watching The Simpsons.
Yeah, and for what I'm playing so far, like, this doesn't seem like a bad port when you're considering that's a port to the Commodore 64. Like I'd go as far as to say, like, yeah, this is quite a good port.
For some of the games that appeared on the Commodore 64, yeah, this is great.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, now I'm seeing the power of jump strikes. I think now I'm gonna go. I think I'm about to go from getting my ass handed to me on the stage to who needs lives anyway, because I'm gonna do this in one life. Hell yeah. Oh no, maybe.
Oh,
Boss was not a fan of my hubris.
oh, look at that. So if you hug one side of the screen and wiggle the stick around while you attack, sometimes you just clip to the other side of the screen.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what happened to me earlier. When I just teleported to the other side of the screen. Alright, boss is down. Let's see this. There's Maggie! Yeah, that's a pretty good sprite.
Magagi.
It's somehow 5 pixels, yet it gets the image across.
Alright, let's see if I can solve the mystery of this. The answer is probably not.
This is the shareware version for the Commodore 64.
We hope you enjoyed the demo.
Yeah, the dive kick is broken.
Oh, absolutely. There's always, when you have a lot of these old games, there's always some sort of cheese that you can find in a lot of these old beat 'em ups that were ported to like consoles they weren't really intended for. I've had a beat 'em up before where if you crouch and attack an enemy, you would just constantly be able to, you wouldn't die from them. You would keep losing health up until the last HP, and then they couldn't kill you.
Because they need to do a specific move in order to kill you, I'm guessing.
No, not even that. Like they just have to bop you, and they just can't land that last hit for reasons unknown. Anyway, Terravan has gotten to the kill screen. We'll call it now.
Dang, I lost 1 life. I was almost gonna do this without losing a life.
I think this is a good note to send off Simpsons for Commodore 64 on. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the timer here, and well, we went through all 5 games, so all that's left is the Oh, did you just get it working, Polk?
Well, I decided to start figuring out on the device and suddenly pulled up RA instead, and that seemed to load.
Oh yeah, RetroArch loads it just fine, like I said.
I'm just gonna be here in the corner, cry.
You can play it later. Maybe somebody will put your shuffling. You can go through the pain of trying to load it all over again in BizHawk. But for now,
he was one hit. Screw this game. Okay. Well.
For now, we've got to talk about the video games that we played tonight because what are these wonderful games that we had here? We had Adventures of Batman and Robin for Sega Genesis to start. So anybody got any further opinions on that?
Hard as balls, but it looks good, plays good. Very unusual for a Okami pick.
A little more flashing than you would expect as well.
Yeah, true.
It's one of those like Christmas games you got that you loved, and you didn't understand why it was hard, but you loved playing it. And then you always felt like internally great when you were able to beat that first level, which apparently is still the first level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all of the negative reviews that we heard, are just, get good, gamer.
Nah.
Alright, game number 2, Dig Dug for Game Boy. Shoutouts to it not just being Dig Dug, but also having a extra mode. But still, it's Dig Dug.
Okami, you found that after the first 10 levels of new Dig Dug, it just loops, so like level 11 is just 1 again?
Yep. There might be enough changes where, like, because you have a limit continues, which makes you wonder how long the game keeps going on for. Like, is it going to be the same boss if I get there again?
I'm pretty sure the round was different, because I glanced at the key, and the key was in a different spot.
It may have been. Like, I just made the assumption that it was looping. Like, I didn't outright confirm it for myself and compare the stages pixel by pixel, if they're the same. But I was basically making the assessment based on how complex the stage was designed, and it was about as complex in stage design as Stage 1, which led me to that conclusion.
I mean, I'll say, for a Game Boy game based off of an arcade game that didn't really have much depth to it, adding it's not really a story mode, but just a adventure mode that has a set amount of levels that are changing, that do have more of a plot to them than just kill enemies, get points, I think is a really cool idea, especially for a Game Boy game at the time. If it played a little faster, it might be more talked about. But I think as an idea, really novel.
Alright.
Something great to go out on a long trip here, play along here, just turn off the brain and pump on things.
Okay. Game number 3, Marchen Maze. The arcade Marchen Maze with the isometricness. A lot of good opinions I'm hearing.
It's an arcade game meant to eat your quarters. It is isometric does not help that at all. Looks pretty, but it will knock you off your feet in a jiffy.
I think the fact that there is a quarter limit really makes me feel bad about this game.
Yeah, any game that does that. I mean, even some popular ones did it. Like, I think the arcade Contras are guilty of that as well. Where even if you credit feed, you can only use so many continues before you just get hard sent back to the start of the game.
Yep.
That's not even a problem that's exclusive to Marchen Maze.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it feels a bad problem anytime you see it.
Yeah, I think as a design aspect, I'm not a big fan of that. Because if you want to spend $10 beating the game, go right ahead. Let the child do it. Don't force them to be good. Just let them enjoy the experience. I just think isometric games have just... they don't feel good to me.
Yeah,
I think the game plays really well. I think it's a really cool idea. The visuals are great. I love the enemy designs. Yeah, that I'll end there. I have a
Kind of the reason they dropped the isometric review on the next one.
Game number 4, Ganpuru, Gunman's Proof for Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom rather. I really enjoyed this one for the half an hour I played of it. Like once you get past the intro and the problematic scenes, then like yeah, the game becomes like a fairly good Zelda clone. Like, I mean, I don't know if other people have opinions beyond that. I guess there's also the opinion I gave of enemies don't really give you the best feedback for doing damage to them.
No, it's a little rough, a little unpolished, but the graphics are great. The play's there. It's definitely got the Japanese style humor and all.
Honestly, I'd say for the most,
check.
I'd say for the most part, it's pretty polished. Like that's like one of my only complaints with it is not having a good source of feedback for doing damage.
Yeah.
That and also partially that it wears Link to the Past on its sleeve a little too much sometimes with like how it looks, kind of making it a bit too obvious that it's taking inspiration from that in some design points. Sometimes like okay, yeah, that could be coincidence, but then you look at some designs like no, this is just straight up Link to the Past.
It's not afraid to say, hey, this is just a Link to the Past game, but
in the Wild West.
And I don't fault it for that. I think it's almost like a reimagining of a Link to the Past, but in the American West.
Just needs more excuse me, princess.
Excuse
and our last game for tonight, The Simpsons Arcade on Commodore 64. Loading it was half the battle.
One of the best demos I've ever played.
It's a pretty good demo, I'll give you that.
I mean, as a port to the Simpsons arcade game, which was a game I remember spending a lot of quarters on with my brother, it doesn't look the prettiest, but it's serviceable, especially for a Commodore 64 game.
I also got curious, so I looked up a long play of the game. The long play of The Simpsons for Commodore 64 is like 50 minutes long, so it might actually be the entire game. Like all the levels from the
That's interesting. I thought like the long play for the arcade game was like 20 minutes.
No, the game's like surprisingly long. Like here, I'll go ahead and throw a long play in the Discord really quick so you can look at it for yourself later. And I'll throw it in the Twitch chat as well. But yeah.
I wonder if it's longer just because the game takes a lot longer for you to actually kill the enemies. Or maybe I watched a TAS of the arcade game.
I mean, it might also be one of those games that they just put the game on multiple discs. So that would allow you to make more levels because you have more discs to work with, right? That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. Alright, and lastly, how do we rank these? We'll start with... Oh, hey, me. Okay, so I have to think about how I'd rank these now, and that's gonna be the hard part, because there wasn't really a standout bad game. So I'd say the best game we had today was Gunman's Proof. I'd say that's easily, like, the best one of this lot. With a close second to Adventures of Batman and Robin, because that game looked real nice for a Genesis game. And trailing behind that is Marchen Maze right in the middle. Dig Dug and Simpsons are kind of fighting for 4th and 5th. I kind of like Simpsons a bit more than Dig Dug. Like, credit for Dig Dug trying something new, but at the end of the day, it's still Dig Dug, so it's like, you're not going to get a lot of replayability out of it, I feel. I might get a little bit more replayability out of Simpsons arcade game. What about you, Polk?
Well, let's see. Well, I'm gonna start from the bottom here, and unfortunately, the Simpsons, I'm gonna have to give a ranking of NA, because I couldn't really touch it, you know? There's a problem.
So... NA for not awful.
Exactly. After that, I'll have to go Dig Dug. It is a classic, but it's kind of basic for what it is here. It's great of what they added to it, but I'd probably get bored after a while of it. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Marchen Maze again, quite in the middle. Rather rough and really hard. I'm just gonna be losing my marbles over that one. After that, Adventure of Batman and Robins. It's tough but fun. Looks great, animates great, decent music. Do wish that the power up gave you more power, more punch to it, because it's kind of hard to survive at times. And that number 1 has got to go for that little western. I love it. I feel like I need to play more of this.
Yeah, we found you your next playthrough thing. Right.
Yay!
Schrammbles, how do you rank these?
I feel bad saying that my game is number 1, but if I'm just gonna say it, in terms of like a game that's not punishing, that is very charming, even though it has a very much clone appeal to Link to the Past, it plays really great. Gunpul is that game. It's number 1. I will say Batman and Robin is a very close second. I actually very much enjoyed my time, even though it was very punishing. I think all the sprites in the game look great, the sound effects, and just as a Genesis game, I wasn't afraid of it. As like opposed to other Genesis Batman games I have played.
Is this fair? Revenge of the Joker.
I mean, I have to say that's a good game because I did win that match in Kuso Grande, but it's in terms of just difficulty, it's really tuned up. But I feel like with time, you'd get to learn how good that game is. Marchen Maze, I would be number 3. I think visually it's very creative. I'm not a big fan of. I guess I will say, at least for the controls, it didn't do the bad thing of having up be like upright.
Yeah, the Cubert thing.
Yeah, up is up. So I'll give it that. I just think, in terms of just like, it's an arcade game, so level 3 was when it decided, hey, we want your money.
Yeah. You've had the taste, you've had the demo, now here's where you kick your ass.
Number 4, gosh, it's hard to pick between the two. I wish I got to play, I'll just say Dig Dug is number 4 because I actually got to play the game for more than 5 minutes. And I will commend them for making an adventure mode. Even if it was a little stale. It's still something new. And Simpsons only kind of gets the bottom rung. Just because I didn't get to play past the first level.
Fair enough.
Probably.
Right, and Terravan.
Oh boy, we played games today.
Sure did. Correct.
You sure did.
Hang on, let me... Oh yeah, these ones. These ones right here.
Those ones in particular.
Yes, those games we played.
If it's gonna be Dig Dug, because you can play Dig Dug, you know what Dig Dug is.
Before you continue further into it, because I've been staring at this box art for a bit, can I just comment on how ugly of a shade of green this is for Simpsons Arcade? Like,
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're definitely not wrong.
No, wait for a moment here. This is the same kind of feature we have on the New Ace Internet Trilogy, right? The green screen.
Oh my god. I'm so glad they put that in that. Anyway, continue, Terror.
Fifth place is gonna be Dig Dug. Fourth place is gonna be... I guess it's gotta be the Simpsons arcade game, because... Not because we couldn't figure out how to change discs or what have you, just... Okay, the other games are pretty good. Third place is Marchen Maze, because... with an arcade game... I don't understand why an arcade game would have limited continues. And that just poisons my ass, though.
Yeah.
And second place to... Yeah, it's just Batman and Robin in second, because it's a difficult beat 'em up. So I'm as happy as I got as far as I did. And first place to Gunman's proof because it's one of those games that it's a shame it didn't. Well, I guess understandably it didn't come out here, but it's great. It reminds me of it surprises me that it's by ASCII because it kind of has the feel of a Quintet Enix game.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, that is going to be a wrap for this week. So, to close out, does anybody have anything to promote, starting with Polk?
Alright, for me, as usual, here we're still on Dino Games. But I'm assuming as often here, we're still doing Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, see you Friday. We'll have to see if something happens. But on a side note, I will also give a shout out for something that's happening right now. A Big Bad Gameathon is happening. I'm not running it, but a lot of people want to see those kind of games.
Okay. Schrammbles, what do you have going on?
So I don't typically stream very often, so here is my just impassioned plea. As a theater maker and a theater goer, I implore anybody who is watching who doesn't go to see their local theater, or even just any kind of theater in their area, to go see a play, or a musical, or anything. Because I think it's good to see those things, especially because a lot of theaters are hurting after the pandemic. And they still are.
Yeah, I can understand
Oh,
that.
our local theater just opened up from renovations, and they've been in renovations since 2017 because there was a big fire and then COVID. So the Majestic hasn't had a good chance, but they finally power up the sign for the first time in 7 years yesterday.
Good sign then. Tervan, do you have anything going on you want to talk about?
I gotta play the Arcade Pit versus some asshole on Sunday.
Ooh.
Gee, I wonder who.
No, we just met.
Alright, well,
I just, other than that, Twitch.tv/Terravan doing my thing on the days that I'm mentally awake enough to do it.
Alright. Hey, did you know that Pikmin 1 and 2 came out on Switch physically today? So I'm probably going to be streaming that tomorrow and start going through the Pikmin saga.
Good games. Good games.
I've gone through the first 3 prior, so it's going to be a replay of those, but eventually leading up to 4, which I still haven't touched. Also, I'm going to be on Arcade Pit on Sunday, and I'm going to be going up against some prick. Let me read this name here. T-Raror fan.
That's me, T-Raror.
I'm going to be teaming up with Chaos Sinful Rose for that. Terravan is going to be teaming up with Nowonk, and we're going to be going head-to-head in Arcade Pit, and that's going to be a fun time. And with that, it is time for us to go get sleep. So we'll see you next Friday for more Retro Book Club and more questionable games. See you all later. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We're actually, since Polk brought it up, we're actually going to go ahead and raid into Big Bad Gameathon.
Yeah, we're occasionally doing some golfing. Totally not haunted. Totally no murders.
Well, Twitch
totally clean, just simple golf.
Twitch is lying to me then, because Twitch is telling me they're doing Wirehead, but that might have been what they were doing previously. Alright, we'll see you all later. Bye, everyone!
Bye.